Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to have Laura Bailey joining us as soon as she comes in. She's coming in hot from work, but she'll be here soon enough.
Excellent mime work.
Yeah, good on.
If we're some stories, Taliesin will obviously fill in.
Oh, God.
Oh, you got the part.
Let her never see that. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. And she
She's
will.
in traffic watching right now going,
We should have a Lord
kill him.
Bailey sock puppet at the very least for emergencies.
Hi, Laura. But yes, before we get into tonight's episode, let's go ahead and get through our announcements for the evening.
Yay.
First off, we have two wonderful sponsors tonight, beginning with our first sponsor, our continuing relationship with our friends at D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, everybody. They're a great organization. So here's the truth of the matter. I wrote a piece tonight that featured heavily Laura Bailey, but she's not here. We even had music for it, guys. Hit that music. Yeah, it was gonna be great.
Y'all gonna fight to the death?
It was gonna be pretty epic, but she's not here, so I can't do it. So I just wrote another thing. I thought just tonight I could go to the D&D Beyond webpage on my iPad here and just kind of read some stuff off of their FAQ or like their About Us, because I don't really have anything planned. So I'm gonna go to my browser right now, and this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. I was just there earlier today, so I'll fire it up. Okay, here it is. Furry Date is a matchmaking website for the furry community. If you're looking for a furry friend, that is not. That must have been another site that wound up on my browser somehow. I will just go further back in the history a little bit. Oh boy, that's a lot of skin. I think this site might be called Double D Beyond. Okay, it's a lot of pop-ups, so I'll just click on install on all of them to make them go away.
It's a family show. Family show, Sam.
Okay, they're gone. They're gone. Okay, this is great. This one's great. It's not what I was looking for, but there's this kid David, and he just went to the dentist, and it looks like he's talking real funny, but that's not it. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back a little. I'm just trying to get back in the history to the website.
Have you been on YouTube since 2007?
Okay. Well, I just got to something. It's apparently I owe the IRS some money, and I have to go to Target to buy a gift card to send it to them.
I don't think that's real. I think that's
real. I might need to go after the show. Oh, and here we go. Okay. D&D Beyond is an amazing website that lets you create and store your characters, load up digital books and campaign guides, view stats for monsters, and so much more. Plus, they have a great theme song. Check them out, show them the critter love, wish them a Merry Christmas with the hashtag Brian Foster Smells Like Cabbage. That's all I got.
Beautiful. Maybe erase your browser history.
Oh,
I don't know.
don't think I can because I've lost control of this whole
That
thing.
is a company laptop.
You're fired.
Thank you, Sam.
Close.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you, D&D Beyond. And our second sponsor tonight is our fantastic friends returning from Rook and the Raven. So Rook and the Raven, you've seen us discuss their work before. They do fantastic campaign notebooks for when you're running a campaign or for your player characters to keep track of. Fantastic Kickstarters throughout the year. The entire month of December is dedicated to their school kit charity drive. We've discussed it before, and we're bringing it back. So they're donating 100% of their December profits to teachers, schools, and community centers to help them establish and grow tabletop gaming clubs and classes. So to help kind of to create a space for the young generation to come and enjoy these games in a way that we never could growing up, because this shit was considered evil or a thing you don't do, and that has changed dramatically now. So allowing these spaces for more kids to get into the space to meet friends, to learn social skills, to learn creative writing, all the different things that are so fantastic about playing these games, they're helping doing it. So each of these Adventure Club gaming kits will contain dice, books for a table of 6, so that's like a DM and 5 players, and every item sold from now until January 20th will not only add to the number of kits they can send, but will also count towards leveling up the contents of each kit to include additional notebooks, source books, and adventures. Give the gift of gaming right now at therookandtheraven.com/criticalrole. Be sure to follow them on Twitter at the Rook and the Raven for giveaways, which they do often. So thank you very much, friends, for coming along with us again, and Happy New Year to everything and the wonderful things you're doing for these wonderful kids. So
That's
thank
incredible.
you.
5 players is a lot. That's
Yeah.
good.
That is a lot.
Yeah, imagine more.
Evil, Matt. Why do you make me so evil?
All right, so we announced at our State of the Roll on our channel. We have a bunch of new shows like Pub Draw with Babs Tar.
Yes.
Main Drop, we've continued into a show that's coming out in the new year in which we play a bunch of random games in the main cabinet you got to see built as part of All Work No Play. Check out details on those upcoming shows at critroll.com. This is our last episode of Critical Role of 2018, folks.
Oh, man, how'd that happen?
I know. It's nuts. The campaign's got a
The
year.
last one of 2018.
But then you'll have so much time to come up with a new character.
That's true. If there was a night to do
This
it,
is the time.
this
to
is
do
the
it.
time.
We're closing in on 4 years.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That doesn't
That
make
is
any
That's insane.
correct. That is correct. Almost
Dr.
4
Who
years
shit.
of D&D here.
Whoa.
Feels good.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Wow.
No, they're not sick of us yet, hopefully. But yeah, so we'll be back from our holiday break January 10th. That'll be our returning episode, so mark it on your calendars, and we look forward to seeing you then. Also, be sure to tune in Tuesday, January 8th, 2019, for a very special campaign as it currently lies, Talks Machina, where most of the cast will be there to discuss things that have happened, questions they may have, and I won't answer most of them because I'm a dick. But it's going to be fun. We're going to discuss all things that have happened and answer your guys' questions. So make sure you don't miss that on January 8th at 7 p.m. Pacific. And also tomorrow night, Liam's fantastic Nightmare Before Christmas one-shot is airing at 7 p.m. Pacific here at twitch.tv/Critical Role, with the VOD going up Sunday, the 23rd, this very weekend. So to prepare you right for the Christmas holiday or far after any other holidays you're celebrating or in between, wherever it may be, this is going to be a fun one-shot.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
It was very special.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Stuff went down. So enjoy. It's a wonderful way to kick off the holiday. And lest I am mistaken, that is the last of our announcements.
Oh, shit.
So, with that, friends, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair. They got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there. There's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands. Take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn to roll.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, the Mighty Nein have been making their way through the Swavane Islands and the Lucidian Ocean after vanishing from the island of Darktoe with the damaged Squall Eater, renaming it the Ball Eater. As you do. Managed to escape from the diver's grave and the ship graveyard that it turned out to be, as well as the entity that lived there. You had acquired another sphere of Ukatoa. You had every time. And upon making your way, upon making your way to the Bisaft Isle to get repairs for your ship as it limps along the ocean, you discovered that you had a stowaway who had followed you on the ship since Darktoe. The delightful gnome named Twiggy befriended you and revealed the item of which had sent her on her path to becoming a stowaway. This strange clockwork arcane sphere that she seemed to have stolen from an auction house to keep away from a bad man. Upon toying with this sphere, you discovered that it seemed to have some sort of planar elements, bits of conjuration magic to it, and was dispensing coins and cold weather attire. And a little more tweaking sent you somewhere else. The present party was transported to some extraplanar dungeon, if you will, an abode of 100+ rooms that apparently belonged to a mage from long ago. Upon exploring and making your way through the various traps and tricks, you managed to avoid a few pitfalls, trigger a few others, gather a few objects, fight a cabinet, find some books, and end up teleported in a scattered fashion into the realm of a young blue dragon.
A lot happened real fast.
Yeah. For like two of you, by the skin of your fucking teeth, you all managed to figure out the way to trigger the exit and escape in time, with Twiggy dealing a final blow to the dragon on the way out, of which some of you may believe her, as no one was present to watch it happen. After which, you made your way, or you realized that you'd been missing for 6 days, that there was some time dilation between the time you spent in the sphere, or at least within a few chambers in the sphere, versus the time out here. The crew had been waiting for a number of days. The repairs had been completed on Bisaft Isle, and you guys decided to call it an evening and rest up, lick your wounds, and reflect over what has transpired just in the past day, the past week, past month, who knows. But with most of you going to a rest, and Bo and Caduceus heading up to the top of the ship to calm and discuss these things, you all called it a night. So, Mighty Nein, as you are still at dock on Bisaft Isle, what would you like to do the following morning?
That's what I was going to ask. What time is it?
Well, let's say it's a long night's sleep, because there's a lot of recovery. So I'll say, without any sort of necessary reference to wake you up for an early point, you sleep into near noon.
Perfect timing! Hi, guys.
Hi, Laura. Nice job.
Now neat.
We
Mostly.
just started and we
just
slept
woke up.
in all the way till noon.
Oh, yeah, that would be really nice.
You can take it back.
I know.
Well, I suppose we should kind of mosey out and get the lay of the land, as it were.
I could
Okay, Wilson Brimley.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm like this. Is why I slept real heavy. Okay.
Yes, we should go walk around.
We could use some solid land. That'd be nice.
Whose donut is this?
I mean,
That's mine. This one's yours.
Sweet.
The one that
Keep
says
going,
this is
please.
Laura's, don't fucking touch her, or it'll give you
I didn't know it was a donut in there. It just said don't touch.
What else would it be?
Before dinner?
Yeah.
To be fair, it's one of the perks of being an adult.
That seems right. Yeah, seems right.
Caitlin, did you want to maybe look at some books before we leave? Or was it-
Do you know anything about this island? Is it large?
You know a little bit. You've passed through here once or twice. It's the largest of a set of 4 parallel islands, but for the most part, it's not really cultivated. The jungles here are fairly thick. The fruit trees and exotic creatures make it an interesting pass-by port, but also a dangerous thing to push into. And the thick mangrove trees kind of choke most of the coastal areas, except for on the south, which is where the actual town of Bisaft Port is, which is where you guys are currently set. You do know that because it's cluttered, it tends to be a favorite spot for contraband out in the jungle, but the creatures that live there are pretty dangerous, so most people avoid that. There are some remaining signs of the Kina people that used to be indigenous to these islands before they all became part of the Clovis Concord. that's about all you know. I mean, it's a small village, maybe like 800 people or so.
Yeah, I'll relay all that stuff in my own tongue and say, I'm sure there's stuff. It kind of grows a little bit each time I come by here, so, it could be new stuff I haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Worth a look.
Mm-hmm. I think that I will stay behind on the boat, but I think you should go. If you see any incense, I would appreciate it if you picked some up.
You're gonna just stay? Are you gonna go look through the stuff that we got?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Do you want me to stay with you?
Well, at the very least, maybe you should have Miss Knot try and open some of those funny locks on the books before we go, so that you have an easier time getting into them.
Did we not open them?
I don't think we opened the individual locks on the books. I think you just grabbed locked books.
Not all of them. I think a few of them were part of the locking mechanism was embedded in the shelf.
I think I actually will be all right, though.
Oh, and I grabbed this one too. There was one more that I didn't get to see.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I just picked it up. It seemed like the thing to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, and anytime.
What about paper? Aren't you always needing papier?
I don't get the sense that a lot of high-quality paper and ink makes it to this island, but I've been wrong before, so if you see any, would you bring some back and I will reimburse you?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just going to take it easy today.
All right, fair enough. Where's Jester?
I'm coming downstairs.
Oh,
Downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs from my upstairs cabin.
Sure.
Sure.
There's just one
yes, Sam.
I was
above deck
I
cabin.
slept in the crow's nest.
Nice. How are you doing this morning, Jester?
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. You want to go out and explore a little bit?
Sure.
Are you okay? I know the day's escapades were a bit much. A little close.
A lot, yes.
Yeah.
You disappeared, Ford.
Yeah, well, you did too. Every time I popped into wherever I was, I could see you pop in and then pop out, and I kept wanting to go just make sure you knew we were getting the fuck out. But,
Oh, right, in the dragon room too. I was talking about in the library, though.
oh. Yeah, well, it was the damnedest thing. I just touched it. Didn't know if it was rough or smooth or cold. Didn't expect to be like, none of that shit. Like, boop.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't do that so much anymore.
Sometimes you just need to touch things.
Yeah. What are you grinning at, goblin?
Nothing. You have a compulsion. I just think it's funny.
You are a bit handsy sometimes.
Are we not all intrigued by things that don't belong or seem out of place?
Yeah, but you
No,
know,
we are.
I don't offer a lot of muscle to this group, but I do have a little bit of knowledge. So, in situations like that, just give me a moment to have a look around the room, please, Ford.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you, Beauregard.
That's fair.
I mean, it's hard because I do pretty reckless things. But I don't know. I honestly I feel like everyone feels terrible about how that went, but when you look at it on the whole, we did okay.
And Sugi said that the dragon is actually dead now.
I believe her, actually.
I didn't even ask. What was in the room before I got ripped out of there?
Lots of books.
Angry furniture.
Oh, yeah. A cabinet swallowed. Not. No, Twiggy. It all kind of ran together.
A lot happened.
A lot of books, a lot of books.
There was
Me
Par for the
too.
course.
doll too, if I recall. There was there was a doll. There was some marbles.
What?
Dust.
Oh yeah, we
lot
got
of
a
books.
thing of marbles and a thing of ink.
Did you
we
get
should
the
check
marbles
out.
in the ink? That's nice.
Wait a minute. When I disappeared, you didn't immediately come and try and find me? You went and
I
got
did.
stuff?
Bo did.
Honestly, we were trying to figure out what had happened.
Bo and
Caleb and I knew where you were and wanted to ascertain.
Yeah, honestly, man, when you did that, you were kind of totally alone and by yourself. It took us a minute to figure out what exactly had happened and
Yeah,
what
we
you
thought
touched.
Maybe you were locked behind something, or there was some way to release it in the room.
Yeah, it wasn't like, everybody left you. You left us.
Yeah, that's true.
My mother was a big believer in the buddy system. Growing up in the woods, buddy system. Always should have a buddy.
Should we have a buddy? Should we call these now?
God,
I call Caleb.
We know.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that I got Caleb, but you guys, maybe you should buddy up for future
How about I
encounters.
just keep my hands in my pockets going forward into strange new rooms by long dead wizards? Potentially.
We'll make sure that we.
Good luck. You can't fight a compulsion, man.
Fight
You would know, right?
I know. You get that itch.
At least
Gotta
take
scratch
Jester
it.
where you're
I got a
going next
button
time.
around here somewhere.
Jester. I hope you know that my intention wasn't to abandon anybody, especially not you. I thought I was going to have to activate the damn sphere and it was going to open up a portal or something. I didn't know it was going to immediately take me away from the fight. I'm sorry.
Of course. Really. I was invisible, you guys. I wasn't there.
So we're all still friends?
Oh yeah, okay. I see this. Yeah,
You were in a wall, dude.
I was in a wall.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that everybody here thinks that this is their fault. Raise your hand if you think what happened yesterday was your fault.
I mean, I might have a part in it.
I mean, partially, if I'd have done better against the dragon.
I didn't do anything wrong.
What do I roll?
I think that's true.
Inside, sure.
I don't need an insight check, I believe.
18.
I don't think I did anything wrong.
I usually find that if everybody thinks that they're the ones that did something wrong, it's because nobody did everything wrong. You just had a string of luck. I think everybody did real good.
I agree with
I
that.
think that we all got out of there. I think that we all tried our best and we're going to do better next time. I'm feeling very positive. And I
Thank
know
you. Yeah.
Great pep talk.
Need that uplifting. Yeah.
you survived a dragon.
Also, we're giving you a hard time, but there was no reason why I needed to keep fiddling with this thing. Pat, the satchel that I have the bowl in. Could have left it well enough alone.
I appreciate that.
But you took a risk. Risks are okay. Got to be careful what risks you take, but I mean, without risks, we're never going to get what we want.
That's a good point. What do we want?
Well, I think we want breakfast.
Yeah. Get off this god-forsaken boat for a
And then
damn minute.
we can have a talk about that.
That
Okay.
is a great idea. In fact, you should lead the way. I have a feeling you'll be able to find the best spot.
Excellent. I don't actually even know how to get off this boat. We haven't done it properly.
Oh,
in
the
so long.
gangplank's just right over there. First make show 'em how.
Okay, and do I show him how? Am I first matey enough?
You've learned enough, yes.
Roll for first meeting.
Do you know where the fucking exit is? Because I might not.
No proficiency bonus, but okay. So you guys head back up to the dock now, or to the deck and over towards the dock. A couple of things you noticed. One, you haven't really been out of the ship to see the port. Like by the time you guys returned, it was nighttime, and didn't have really a good view. As at night on this island, there really isn't a lot of light. It kind of shuts down at dusk.
You're talking about Bisaft.
Bisaft.
Okay.
There's a lot of ships. Probably about 20 or so.
Whoa.
They're mainly Concord military vessels, similar to the one that you saw and avoided on the outskirts of Nicodranas.
Oh boy.
Glancing over, you could see there are a few groups of soldiers kind of on the docks, just kind of stretching. It looks like they're loading supplies into the ships. Like they're making a stop, and the ships are kind of waiting for others to fill in, because it's a small dock. It's mainly meant to maintain at most 6 or 7 ships at a time, so they're having to go in waves to take supplies, and they're probably cleaning out some of what Bisaft Post has. But
As we make our way by, can I identify like a low-ranking member of one of the crewmen of one of those ships as they're perhaps reaching for a bundle or something?
sure, yeah, there's a number. You can go ahead and stop. There's one of them nearby that you can see is just sitting there kind of like stretching legs and gathering their supplies, and it looks to be a small sack. They probably bought a few things to take on the path.
You there? By gods, you guys are stocking up something fierce.
Yes, we are making our way through the waters. It's just a quick stop.
Amazing. Do you mind if I ask where all this traffic is going?
Well, with the recent attacks, the war, the Empire is getting a little hairy, so the Marquis Olestia Lapidus is calling many of the warships to the southern coast to just, be a precaution near the border.
Oh, I understand. I'm sorry to hear it's moving so aggressively. Are you concerned, or do you feel strength in your numbers?
This is a conflict between them, but it is still important to be careful. We have an alliance from a trade standpoint with the Empire, but, they are not entirely the most pleasant people, so they can deal with their problems, and if it comes to us, we'll keep it to the shore. The good news is, as far as I know, Johas isn't very a naval-oriented people. What I have heard, and he kind of leans in a bit, is the Under-Elves apparently snuck past the mountain range and attacked further inland. Like Feldowin was assaulted and the fields were set ablaze.
Where was?
A smart move in cutting the food from the people, huh? These beasts are clever. Be careful.
He said Felderwin.
Feldowin, right?
That's I'm sorry to hear that. There it is. Just in case our travels take us in your direction, is there any particular route or island that we should avoid just to stay out of your hair?
I don't think we are running along the coast and just heading to the southern area south of the jungles and a little bit past Nicodranas and just keeping a boundary in the waters.
That should be far away from where we're heading. I wish you a safe journey, my friend.
You as well. Grabs his stuff and throws it over his shoulder and heads back to the rest of the crew.
So wait, the Jorhasians snuck under the mountains and attacked Felderin?
That's where they attacked.
That's deep in.
That's really, yeah.
Apparently set some of the fields ablaze. You passed by Felderwin when you were traveling both north and south on that road there, and it's
This is Felderwin.
it's a heavy source of agriculture. In fact, it feeds a lot of the military.
Yeah, we might return to a different empire.
Well,
Yeah.
ask them where they're from, all the troops. Did you already ask that?
Yeah, they're from outside Nicodranas.
So they won't know who we are?
I don't think they have bigger fish to fry. Plus, we got a new boat, right?
Which at this point you hear you turn around and you see looks to be a human male in his like mid-40s with like salt and pepper, brown hair with a thick mustache, kind of somewhat stained linen clothing, the length of rope wrapped over his shoulder, and he goes, "Hello, I'm Dockmaster Perdran. I was the one patiently waiting, I guess, for you all to return and pay for the good repairs that were required of my crew. So if you want to pay up, or we're going to have to go ahead and keep the Ball Eater ourselves."
No, indeed. We have.
Curious name, Ball Eater, by the way.
Yeah, it is. One of born out of circumstance. We have every intention of paying. I just haven't received the bill from my first mate yet.
I frantically search for a bill that I probably don't have.
You definitely don't.
I look at him and I go, at the dockmaster, I go, "Give me the bill."
Reaches into a satchel, pulls out a small like leather ledger, passes a few pages, does little counts, couple notes there, tears it out, hands it to you. It's for 225 gold for full ship repairs.
It's more than they said when we came out.
I'll take care of it. I'm the one touching little red things. 295?
You're taking care of all of it? Did we have any?
25.
225.
325?
His grog is showing. Was there any money left on the ship from Avantika? Like,
No, that pot was taken by Darktoe when they came aboard.
Yeah, when they came and cleaned it out after the fucking razzle-dazzle.
so all the
Yeah.
money we have is pretty much the money we have.
Correct. That was the other downside with Avantika being wrapped up in this whole plot in Darktoe, was as soon as she was executed, they commandeered anything that belonged to her crew and left you guys the ship. With the supplies in the ship, you got to keep the cannons, the cannonballs, the gunpowder, basic supplies that were left over for survival and upkeep, but anything of worth was taken by Darktoe as their prize.
Wash some dishes, aren't we?
I cut my golden half. Holy shit.
Ford,
Yeah.
we might want to consider having like a communal ship fund. Just, we'll talk about it later.
Here is your 225 gold. Thank you for your careful inspection and repair of the ship.
Appreciate that. All right, well, when you plan to head off?
Oh, in the next day or two, we just getting our bearings about us again. We'll be out of your hair shortly.
Could you leave possibly by end of day? I'll give you back 30 gold if that's the case. I need to, he looks off towards the ships that are waiting, goes, I kind of need the space.
I would love to tell you yes, friend, but the best I could do is let you know before sundown.
Maybe for like 50 gold we could get out though.
No.
Make a persuasion check.
We have stuff we have to do. Don't rush us out of here.
No, that's not very good. 8?
He goes, well, come find me. And he points over to what looks to be one of the nicer coastal huts set up right at the outside of the docks there.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, we'll find you. I promise to be as expedient as possible.
Right. Turns back and heads off to his business. More various military crews are still running up and down the docks, carrying supplies to and from. What would you guys like to do?
Walk inland.
Breakfast. Caduceus.
Yeah, and eyes up as we pass things along the way.
I'm walking towards where I think breakfast is.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Come on, you're a foodie. You're up in
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
I was really looking forward to having no
natural
idea.
20.
Apparently.
We gotta make more of a fuss about that. That's the first roll.
Hold on, I got Yelp. I cast Yelp.
The closest
Right,
place,
right.
the scent catches your nose. There's a place called the Bisaft meadery. Meadery.
Oh, meadery.
Oh, that's better.
Ew.
I was like, okay.
It's a small kind of an open. It's almost like a tavern, like a simple tavern, but only the back half of it has walls. The rest of it's almost like a thatched top. There are support beams and there are a number of tables and kind of stools set up. And you see a number of mead barrels set up in the back, as well as what looks to be kind of an open grill made of just metal rods kind of welded over each other, and what looks to be a bunch of wood burning beneath it. You can see some of the people that live here in Bisaft that run this meadery are kind of preparing an open breakfast, essentially, and a lot of the soldiers are kind of crowding over and filling up spaces. Yeah, as the scent catches your nose of like cooking boar and various like fruits and vegetables that are also being mixed into it, giving this kind of sweet meat scent that hits you as you're kind of stepping off the dock. And the closer you get, you realize you gotta get there pretty quickly because it's starting to fill up with a lot of these soldiers. And as you get to the food, it smells delicious. It's made for a mass meal for the number of people that are here. So this is kind of like their way of preparing as much as they can. So it's nothing meticulous. It's nothing gourmet necessarily, but it looks delicious and it looks serviceable.
I can pick around the boar. That shouldn't be a problem.
Great.
You don't eat boar?
I don't eat boar.
Do you eat meat?
I don't eat meat.
Really?
You not noticed?
I haven't.
Oh. Yeah, no. I mean, like, I've been Yeah, we barely cooked any of it in the last month.
But meat tastes very, very good.
Yeah, and so does the stuff that you make. I just assumed you were conjuring sea pigeons and stuff.
It's mostly like seitan. There's a few different things I use. You can really get an effect. It's
Seitan?
Hail Satan!
It's making me call my vegan cooking knowledge to my goddamn head right now.
Quinoa?
A lot of paprika. Pasta burgers. A lot of beets. This is. I'm excited for this.
Are we relatively free of furtive glances as we make our way through?
Yeah, I mean, due to the nature of this being a small port and the military that are coming through here, and people live here from all over, you can see a spectrum of skin tones that lead you to believe that there are people both who come from the Kinau, who from the island, people that have settled probably from the Empire, folks that have come from Marquette and come here, and even probably there's a few super pale folks here that may have found their way over from Asilra. So it's for the people that live here. It's a fairly diverse cultural capital, though a lot of it seems to be mostly ingrained, at least the basis of it, in the Kinau people and the kind of the base of a lot of the Menagerie Coast.
Jester, can I make you a plate?
No, I think I'm okay for it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Should we bring Caleb some food?
Yes. Yes, we should. I can take him some in my pockets.
Pocket boar.
Pocket bacon, pocket boar.
Never do this. I'm gonna try some mead.
Some mead,
Yes.
not meat.
Not meat, but I am gonna try some mead.
Okay.
Yeah, how much is a bottle?
Well, you go ahead and ask. There's maybe 4 servers that are running around like crazy that are in the process of handing things out and taking stuff. But there is one individual you see, this kind of woman in her late 50s, early 60s, beautiful brown skin, big smile, a little heavy set, who seems to be just kind of looking over the place like she is the owner of this meadery. Looks over to you and kind of, as your eyes meet, notices the look of I need help and goes over and goes, "Hello, darling. How can I help you?"
I think he wanted to try some mead, I wanted to try some mead, and then we wanted to buy some mead.
Well, I can help with any of these, of course. Mm-hmm. What's your name?
Bo.
Bo, wow, a pleasure to meet you. I am Bentha Talamos, and welcome to my meadery.
Bintha, can I call you Ben?
Call me Bentha, please.
Bintha. Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you as well, darling. How many bottles would you like? Do you want to have glasses separately, or do you want to just buy bottles and serve yourselves?
It smells really sweet. What's the sweetest thing you got right now?
Well, it's all pretty sweet. It's all brewed here with our island cultivated honeybees. So
It's sweet. You'll like it. Just get a couple of bottles and share.
Yeah.
Sure, I think that sounds like a great idea.
You keep bees here?
I do as well, yes.
Can I see them?
They're not immediately local. Would you like a tour of our hives?
This is going to go so
I do have to ask, unfortunately, there is a tourist price for the tour.
How much is that?
5 silver.
Okay.
All right. The bottles are 15 gold apiece. You wanted 2 bottles, that'll be 30 gold. And you wanted how many cups, or do you just want your bottles?
Bunch of cups. Bunch of plates of gristle and meat and boar and fat.
If you have anything that's less meat.
Kind of looks up at you and goes, "Oh, do not worry, honey, I can get you, no problem." All right, I'll prepare this. She does some calculations. Goes, all right, for all of that together with your glasses for each of you, the meal is prepared for each.
Some tripe. Maybe some knuckles.
Some pastries if you have them.
Unfortunately, not much of a pastry opportunity out here in the
No
Swavane.
cookies, no donuts.
You watch her, her smile maintains, but the eyes go hard. But she goes, "No donuts." However, for everything involved, that would be 35 gold for all glasses of mead or food provided.
Oh,
Don't look at me, I'm shipwrecked.
I'll throw a little.
I took 30 if you
And
want to
5
take it
silver
all.
for the tour for
I'll
this
take the last 5 then.
young woman over here.
Seems very fair.
All right. Food is presented. It smells wonderful. The din is quite loud now as the various naval officers and naval soldiers of the Clovis Concord are kind of surrounding the space and chatting, talking about bullshit. Some of it is in common, some of it is not. So while you guys are eating your food, anything else you want to do? The meat is quite good. It is very sweet. And even just finishing one glass, you're like, oh, this is dangerous. And probably going to give you a headache if you're not careful. What?
Nothing.
How many glasses do you have?
Just one.
Ren Fair.
Yeah. Severe Ren Fair flashbacks.
I don't want any meat. I just want the honey.
Okay.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys are in the process of eating your food, a recently awoken and somewhat harsh-looking morning Yasha wanders over.
Yay!
You found us again. This is like the 6th time. You just know where we
She was
are.
on the
She was
boat
on the
with
boat,
us.
but-
No, I know, but
You guys
in the
didn't wake me
restaurant.
up for breakfast.
When you were sleeping, you were snoring really loud, and it sounded like you were angry snoring.
Well, yeah, I guess I did tell you I'm angry when I sleep. Don't like being woken up. I forgot, but it would have been nice to be woken up.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel this is precisely why we didn't wake you up.
But we did
I
make you
think-
this plate of food.
Right, yeah. I pour her a very large glass of mead.
All right.
I'll go over and find
Another one, please.
Bantha and be like,
Oh,
can I get one more plate of food, please?
Comes by and slips it over.
I'll hand that plate of food over to Nat. There you go.
No, it's not for you. Oh.
Back out.
So as you guys are finishing your meal, Yasha's kind of quietly staring into the plate and eating with a kind of a distant intensity like she's prone to.
We were fitting to explore a little.
We were gonna go on a winery tour.
That's not. what
No,
it
that's
is.
not. We were
No.
gonna go.
meadery
We
tour.
were gonna look for incense and supplies.
Insects, supplies.
Maybe some weapons or some, potions that might help. Should we find ourselves?
Might also want to discuss what we're doing next. I mean, we just had this crazy escape from Pirate Island, and now, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Do you want us to go to this temple?
I mean, I would like to. Yeah, I saw it in my visions, and I haven't had any other dreams since. I feel like this might be a good chance to put a dagger in it. Finish
Do you
it
know
out.
where?
Yeah. I have a feeling it's right in the middle of the archipelago. It's just south of here. Maybe like a day and a half, maybe 2 days most, depending on whether.
More traveling on the water?
Just a little bit, and then we can go back to land. Not with the promise of land and no more requests to go to sea. If you'll do this for me, I would be most obliged.
Ford, what was that naval officer?
I will go.
Thank you, Nan.
Sorry, what was
Very nice today.
Yes, I think he feels guilty.
I know he feels guilty. He asked you to accompany him off the boat. He made offered to make a plate of food for you. He's being nice to me.
I know.
Is he hitting on you?
No.
I think he's hitting on you.
No, he's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What did that naval officer say to you about the war? I feel like, what was I hearing?
Yeah, he was saying they've made their way south into the fucking town of Nipple Bottom, Felderwind.
It's
Yeah.
where some of us are from.
Yeah, we've been right near that area.
Felderwin?
But that's, oh.
You're from Felderwin?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, it's far more south than they'd been previously, so.
Does that freak anybody else out?
Me?
Me.
What about your,
I don't know.
It's not far from my hometown either.
Really? That maybe changes things.
From Comorta.
Go to the map. Go to the map.
Point. Oh. Well, this is pretty far west.
Yeah, but he said that they were traveling under the mountains, and Comorta is a mountain town, so.
Who's traveling over the mountains?
Oh,
The Jorhasians.
your people.
They got under the mountains and attacked Felderwin.
That's what all these soldiers are here for. They're going to join the fight or something? What did they say for?
Reinforcements?
They were going down the southern coast. Yeah.
Oh.
Most likely in an effort not to get flanked, but
Yeah. Okay.
I think we should still go to the temple, though.
well, I don't feel quite as energetic knowing that where you both are from is under siege.
Well, I'm just being paranoid.
I'm always paranoid.
What if we went to the temple and then headed back? No dilly-dallying. We just go and make sure that everything's okay.
It may only add a day or two at most. I would be most appreciative.
No sense reading 2/3 of a book. Just finish this up, see what it has to say.
Are you going to try to... What are you going to do to Kotoa? Kotoa.
Did you self-echo?
I don't know. I just kind of thought I'd feel it out when I got there. All current and past events taken into account.
Feel out whether you would raise Ukatoa from the dark and join its dark ways?
No, I do have two of these fears, and I can't help but notice the extra shamalama ding dong that Avantika got by depositing one of them. I could keep the third and certainly keep that crazy fucking snake at bay, but I would just like to see this through. Otherwise, I feel like I'll always be wanting to get back here.
Plus, we still haven't found out about Vandarin.
Right. But he could be fucking anywhere. I just want to do this because we're here. We can worry about that later. It's a wide, wide world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we find the temple. And then, what? I guess go back to Nicodranus first, yeah?
We might have to go through Port Damali, actually. Nicodranus is a little hot for us, but we could. We could let your mom know that you're okay.
I mean, I can message her. I've been messaging her.
Well, maybe see how you feel when we're on our way back. We wouldn't want to go around the southern tip. That's where the troops are heading. I feel like danger might be that way. It might be best to go the way we came.
Okay.
All right.
So maybe some supplies, something to buff us up a bit.
Some bees.
Some bees. Yep.
I think some bees would suit you.
I just really want to see them.
You can talk to them.
I really want to talk to them.
I've talked to many bees in my time.
Really?
Yeah.
You can teach me the language?
I mean, you just, hey bees, how you doing?
Sup, bee?
Hi, bees. Okay.
Busy. Yeah.
Yasha, is there anything you need while we're in port? Anything you've been craving while we've been at sea?
No. No. I just, you guys were gone for a really long time.
We
Yeah.
didn't mean to be, Yasha.
You were gone for 6 days.
We didn't have any idea that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I looked for you guys everywhere. In that room. I was just worried is all.
I'd be mad at us, too.
Yeah, I don't need anything. I don't need anything from here. I have everything that I need. So, if we need to go, we can go.
Thank you for looking everywhere in that room. That's really nice.
Well, I just turned around and then you all were gone.
Yeah, it was crazy in there.
Yeah.
Did you have funerals for all of us? Must have taken a lot of time. Like one a day for.
I mean, that actually would have covered everybody when you think about it.
Was mine nice? Did anyone? I guess not. You were on the ocean. Did you say anything?
I did say some things that I probably should not share with you, not.
Like they're bad words or something?
Something like that.
You cursed at my funeral?
I didn't have a funeral for you.
I didn't even get a funeral. Everybody else did.
I didn't know if you were actually gone.
Everyone got a funeral but me.
No, none of you did.
Oh my God! You didn't give any of us funerals.
Because I didn't know if you were alive or not. I was still holding on to maybe that you were and you just disappeared and you just didn't want to stay with me anymore. You didn't want me part of the group.
Yasha, we want you to be part of the group.
Oh, Yasha.
No, I don't mean it like that. I'm not saying, whoa, poor me or something, but just...
Wait, was alive or not a joke? I always get confused when people use the word "not" in a sentence. Was that supposed to be a? Was that a?
It's confusing.
I got
Okay.
lost.
Group rule.
Yeah.
If any of us are missing for 4 or more days, we hold a funeral.
I can do that.
Right? It's 4 days.
Well, let's make it like an even 7, like a week, right? Because I mean that sphere is pretty fucking sweet. Not that I have any interest in messing with it any further.
Hells no.
If that dragon is dead, there's a
room
lot
full
of
loot.
stuff.
Yeah.
Although every time you do a little thing, a little of that loot comes out.
Well, yeah, just a little. There's fucking treasure troves in there. Not that I'm interested in that. I'm all for playing it safe. Measured, practical. That's my middle name. Ford, practical.
What's your last name?
Ford, practical.
Ford practical.
It's the next sedan coming out.
Are there any potion shops around here?
Test drive a Ford Practical today.
All right.
What else have you found in there? Is there anything else? Did you already look at everything?
Caleb got some books.
Caleb is actually not a breakfast.
Caleb's back at the boat.
Yeah.
Decided to take some personal time to himself.
To look at some books.
Everyone was a little thrown by what happened.
We almost died,
Yeah,
Yasha,
same.
and then we really would have been dead, and then we wouldn't have come
I
back.
never would have known.
No.
What did you fought something or?
There was a big blue dragon.
Ugh.
You would have
No
loved it.
bigs.
Yeah,
Like no sweat.
On Tuesday?
Are you gonna show us the notches on your upper delt for all the ones that you?
Sure.
Well, I can, but I ran out of notches on my belt.
She just holds up a handful of shreds. There's a little
My belt so bad.
She's fucked up.
All those teenagers in hoodies are going like,
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Well, I'm glad you guys are safe for whatever the fuck it's worth.
It's worth a lot, and probably we'll be a little more careful about poking things separately.
Testing the texture. I mean, it wasn't even a push. I just touched it.
No, it's just the buddy system. I'm just talking about the buddy system. No blame going around.
But before we go on the B tour, if there's any time, do we see any like magic shops, weaponry?
Make an investigation check.
blacksmith?
We're doing the B tour.
I want to see some bees.
I'm looking for incense stores.
16.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Magic shops, just so you guys are aware, are super rare. Like, there's one in Zadash,
which is big city.
and there's maybe 1 or 2 in
So
Rexentrum.
there's definitely one here.
There's definitely not one here.
3.
Just like
Competing for the
Starbucks.
same turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starbucks
Yeah,
versus coffee.
they're a relatively rare thing. And to that degree, but herbalists are not too hard to find, and healing potions, while they can heal the crafting of one doesn't require massive arcane knowledge. It's through knowledge of medicines and proper brewing techniques. However, the army has bought up a lot. So there are 2 regular healing potions you can find for sale for marked up because you're at sea, 70 gold apiece.
Oh, fuck!
Island prices.
Where else are you gonna go?
Man,
Yeah.
You can try and haggle if you want to.
You
So
got
true.
clerics. You don't need it.
Oh,
I put a lot of healing potions into my group.
I'm getting poor, you guys. I'm
Yeah,
getting
I
D&D
just repaired
poor.
it.
find a
repaired the
blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I've got lots of money.
Why don't you buy us a couple potions?
You do have a lot of money.
Yeah, I'll buy both healing potions.
There may not be time for such things, but I was.
It depends on what you're looking for. There is a blacksmith under the name of Keisha Vudan, who does most of the metal work for the ship repairs and other general goods that require metal work around the island.
Keisha?
Yeah, as you kind of approach the space, she has you can tell from the large smokestack pouring out of the top of the forge that she keeps. But as you approach, you can see a young woman in her late 20s or so, massive arms, her thick black hair pulled back into a tuft, and she has a leather apron on. And you can see now there's what looks to be a lot of metal reinforcements used for holding beams together in shipbuilding. And she's just laying them up one by one as she finishes, hammering and then quenching and then hammering, quenching. And as you walk up, she kind of rubs her brow. Can I help you?
Possibly not. It seems like you have your hands full right now. I was hoping to, at the very least, get a professional opinion about something.
I can do my best. I don't get many like your height in here anyway, so
That's what they tell me.
at the very least, I'm looking forward to sating my curiosity.
Well, I've recently taken to traveling, which is a very new experience for someone of my disposition, and I came across something kind of interesting, and I was curious if you had an opinion on what this is and how one might fix it. And I pull out a broken sword.
Yes.
She takes it.
I was really hoping to really doing something with this at some point and giving it as a gift to a friend who could use a pick-me-up.
This is very, very good craftsmanship. I could not do this. Unfortunately, the break is very bad. Do you have the other part of the weapon?
Sadly, I don't. It may not exist.
If given maybe a week with the right materials, I could maybe try to work on it. But honestly, your best bet is probably to go in to the coast. We don't do much in the way of masterwork weapon craftsmanship here on Bisaft. My apologies.
Oh, that's all right. And they're definitely trying hard to get us to leave a little sooner than we necessarily like.
It has been
right
very
now.
busy this past day or two.
Has everything been all right, by the way? This is, seems like a lot of commotion.
It's a lot of commotion, but they'll be gone soon. We get waves of people coming through.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I don't know what I could possibly do in return other than offer my gratitude, but...
She considers it for a second, looks you over. Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
You're
I go in.
She goes and takes it and calls you.
Right. You want the spine lift?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to actually like you said.
Thank you. You are quite fuzzy, and I was curious.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure. I look forward to coming your way again one of these days.
Anytime. We're here on the island. Nowhere else to go.
This is awfully nice.
There are worse places to live, I'll tell you that. Have a good day. What's your name?
Caduceus.
Caduceus. Keisha.
Keisha, it's a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine.
I'm going to wander back to the bees.
You walk away, the sound of ting, ting, ting in the background. She goes back to work.
Did I find any incense?
Because spice trade and various, spices, not spice, trade here is quite prominent, as well as other such materials in that same avenue, various herbs and compounds used in alchemical and medicinal purposes. Yeah, you can find incense here, actually.
All right.
It's marked up a little bit because it's Bisaft and because it's a trade post out in the middle of the ocean. The people can charge a little more, and they know they can. So, depending on how much incense you want to get.
He did not give me an amount, so What's like a normal amount of incense that you would need for like a month of incense burning?
For just like a person burning incense in their
Yeah.
house?
Like a hippie person.
How much grateful that are they listening
We'll
to?
say about 20 gold worth, which would cost you 25 here.
Okay. I'll take 50. 50
Okay.
gold worth.
Okay, so you take 50 gold worth. That'll cost you 60, we'll say.
Great.
So you mark off 60 gold, but you write down you have 50 gold worth of incense.
Great. Cool. Okay.
All right. The B-Tour.
Hello, bees.
So she takes you around behind the meadery. There's a jungle path that leads through the very, very lush green trees, and it's a very humid day. The morning was a little gray in the sky, and you can see it looks like it might rain in the next few hours or so. She leads you through and is talking about, how many years our family's been running the meadery, and how I just. It's a wonderful place. There isn't much of seems to be an interest in meat out here on the island, so she feels like she kind of cornered the market a bit. She has friends that bring it to the other island towns, and it makes a lot of, fair amount of money. She's very proud of it. As she's doing the talk, she leads you around. You can see there are a small sect of wooden hive setups. And you can hear already as you approach the slight hum of them. You can see there's a young boy, maybe 12 or so, who is looks to be wearing a very, very thick smock with like a hood, who's in the process of kind of scooping out some of the honey.
Whoa. Do I need to wear a thingy?
Oh, well, just stay here, preferably. Do not get close enough to them sting you. And don't, if one's on you, don't freak out and smack it, please.
Okay, but
Tends
I
to,
really want to go up to them.
The tour is not intended to bring you that close.
Hello, bees. Hello, bees. Please come over here and let me say hello.
She looks very confused and just, okay.
I start walking.
She, like,
very
pretends to listen.
slowly. Hello, bees.
Yeah.
I just want some honey.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Well, if you want honey, I can get you honey.
Yeah, but I want the honeycomb straight from the thingy.
Roll for Nick Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Misan! And the little boy goes, what? He goes, bring some honeycomb over here for a customer. He goes, okay. He goes and cuts a little piece off with what looks kind of like a dull knife and holds it on the edge of the knife and walks over, and you see there's like bees kind of covered up in his arm, and he kind of puts it over and hands it to you.
Wow.
It's gooey. The hand. It's very sweet and very waxy.
It's like really good. It's like gum, but like sweet. Can I have a jar of it?
The boy heads back to his work, and she's kind of like waving some of the bees away and goes, sure, let's walk back. I'll be happy to sell you a jar too. How many would you like?
With the actual honeycomb in it?
Of course.
I want 2 jars.
2 jars. That's 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
All right. She claps her hands together happily and leads you back, telling you more about the waves of various traders and merchants that come through, some individuals, some names she throws out that she's met and kind of flirted with, and one that asked her to marry him when she was younger, but she turned him down, and you have no idea who any of these people are, but you can't help but be half fascinated because they're stories. But yeah, so you go ahead and you have 2 jars of honey plus honeycomb for 5 gold.
Hello, bees.
Hello, bees.
I think I come wandering in about the point where they're saying hello, bees.
There you
This
go.
is really all I want.
You can talk to them.
Yeah, say something.
What do you want me to say to them? I don't know.
Tell them to come over here, but don't sting us.
Hold on. Let me do a thing. I'm going to,
So you're approaching right as they're about to leave from the hives.
I'm going to take a little bit of the tea out of my pocket. I'm going to try and get a bloom going, just a little bit of a bloom going on my staff to just try and get a flower to start going on, like if I can get just something to start going a little bit. It may not be temporary using the decompose. I don't know if you'll let me do that, but it's a
fungal bloom you can do with the
a fungal bloom. But yeah, I can't really do a.
Yeah, Druidcraft would be the
Yeah, that
creation
would be-
of
that would
flowers,
be a whole thing.
unfortunately.
Maybe they like mushrooms.
Oh, I can ask. Hey guys, I don't have any flowers, but I have some mushrooms. I don't know if you'd be interested, but if you're welcome to come over and take a look. It's probably going to rain pretty soon. It's looking a little iffy.
They're doing their business. They're not paying any attention to you.
They're working really hard right now.
Yeah, they look like it.
I've never
Yeah.
seen bees before.
I've seen bees before.
Do you not have bees in your house?
You don't have flowers.
Oh, yeah, right.
Wow.
Right.
There's no, like, greenery in your house?
He's been collecting all those flowers.
That's sad.
I should fix that one of these days.
Yeah,
I
over your-
didn't know any different.
Do they have mushrooms?
in the moorlands, they
In the
have.
moorlands, there's.
It's a marshland where you're from.
It's a marshland, so there's occasionally, but not. No.
Marshland.
But
I
not
like
like
marshmallows.
colorful mushrooms, just like brown and
Pink.
gray and white.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe some black ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Anybody else have anything else they want to
I
grab?
think we're good.
I got what I needed.
You got that plate of food for Caleb that you ate half of?
I got the rest of it in my pockets.
Good. All right.
It's a little wet.
Is it possible to put some basic supplies? Is the ship already well supplied for a trip or?
I mean, you were given enough supplies for like a week or so off of leaving Darktow, and you guys can create your own food and water. So
That's fair.
there's enough gunpowder for a dozen or so volleys of cannon fire.
I'd say a little bit of spice so that the food that we're creating doesn't taste too bland.
By all means.
Yeah,
Might not be a bad idea because the magically created food
go
is
for it.
kind of spongy.
you can drop a gold piece and be good for the next
Alright.
2 weeks on flavoring the food for you and the crew.
Yeah.
So should we set off, or are we exploring this place more?
Is it still before sundown?
At this point in the day, it's starting to get close to dusk. The sun's starting to
Get some money back.
30 gold feels like a lot right now. Just saying.
I wonder what Caleb's up to right now.
Which, Caleb, during this time, as you've spent most of the day in the ship to your own devices, what are you doing?
Pooping.
I'm a morning pooper, so that happened. Once I watched Yasha leave the boat, I would have snapped Frumpkin too and set him purring and worn him like a scarf and go back to my chambers and slowly and methodically take out the silver wire and cast alarm outside of my doorway, and then take another 10 minutes to cast Leoman's tiny hut as a ritual in the room so that the bubble goes up to the door. And then I will take out the jar of beads and the thing of ink and the sphere from Twiggy, and I would rest that on the table. And then, as memory serves, there was one book with arcane equations open on the table, which I put away.
Yes.
Was there a second book on the table at that point as well? There was two we got in our rush.
Correct.
And Caduceus just gave him
One.
one.
So if you have 4 books
So 4
total,
total.
I think, yes.
So I would set all 4 books down in a row, and the sphere is there, and these 2 items, and stare at them.
Okay. One thing you notice about the sphere,
Yeah.
its arrangement is entirely different.
Oh, wow.
Remember all the places where you had shifted since you had gotten it from Twiggy? Since you've returned, it's like an entirely new sphere. It has completely refigured its surface. The bands have shifted. All the different places where you'd place your fingers and thumbs to try and move the different hemispheres are in completely different places.
No problem.
It seems that whatever you triggered to get you to the internal space and then returned from, reset it in some way, and the puzzle has started all over.
Beyond complex. So after a minute of just feeling Frumpkin purr away and staring at them, I say in my own language, in Zemnian, I say, well, you piece of shit, you should probably just get to work. And I sit down and I will identify the 2 items, and I will check out the books, and if any of them are locked, I will cast knock on them to open them.
That's easy enough to do. The jar of beads.
Every flavor beans.
Each one is a fireball. Just
Beads or bees or bees?
The book.
Bees are bees are bees are bees are bees are bees are
Beans and beans and beans and beans and beans and beans and beans
and bees and bees.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, I hate that he doesn't say what it is.
This is his favorite thing to do, is to hold a card and watch all of us wait for him to show it to us.
Was ist das?
Oh, we're not bothered.
Was ist das? Das ist gut.
All right, so yeah, so that's the spell book.
Normal.
The ink is not normal. It is faintly enchanted, specifically for the intent of scribing magical things. For the purposes of scribing scrolls or scribing spells into spell books, the ink will make up to 500 gold worth of scribing. You still need paper, but you don't need, like, essentially any parchment can be made useful as if it was the most premium of spellcraft parchment with that ink.
That's clutch.
fucking score.
Write it on your body. All over your body.
My body is a roadmap of pain.
Memento.
That was probably it. I would.
We have the books too, the other books.
Oh, right. Yes, correct. Yes. Let's inspect the other three.
One of which, after reading through, it is essentially a number of studies on the effects of alchemical compounds on corrupted plant life. There is one that it speaks of public debate records within the Forum of Zydel regarding the moral implications of arcane experimentation on prisoners of Gordranas and warnings of the war with the gods. And so it's a transcript of a debate forum. All you know about Zydel? Make a history check, actually.
Zydel High, that's where Greece takes place.
21.
21. From your studies, Zydel was one of a number of extremely erudite societies in the Age of Arcanum that had harnessed crystals to make their city hover aloft. There were a handful of these in the Age of Arcanum that could travel across Exandria, cities that were mobile. And nearly all of them, no, as far as anyone knows, all of them have been wiped out during the Calamity. And Zydel, as far as you've learned, it's one of them. That's all you know.
Find the lost island of Teddy Ruxpin. I'm ready for this shit.
That's 2.
The last one
Yeah.
it discusses the theories behind the ice fields and the underreaches of Iselcross and the beasts that live and endure it.
Isocross.
Iselcross, Iselcross. Iselcross, you know, is a rather large body of land to the north of the main Wildmount continent. It's considered part of Wildmount overall, but it's just a frozen kind of Arctic cap.
Not separated in any way, just frozen over to the north, or is it separate?
It's separate. Like the frozen depths. There's a large channel of water that separates the main body of Wildmount and Iselcross. But it is.
Cross lives.
But aside from like 2 very, very small kind of ice fishing villages that are expansions of the Dendalian Empire, it is mostly uninhabited. Nobody really goes there. There's a bunch of creatures that have spent millennia or more living in that place that are extremely dangerous, and it's just snow and ice. So nobody goes there.
Okay. Well, there's nothing else that I would do. I would say that all the time they were gone, he just sits sort of like rolling the ball on the table and speed reading these books. And that's it.
Cool enough? All right.
Frozen depth.
Well, Iselcross is far north of that.
Farther north, even frozen. Off the map or on it.
Off the map.
Proud.
We're going off the map, man. probably need a special boat for that.
Some Mercer mystery.
Shit.
All right, so you guys managed to make your way back. You managed to recover your 30 gold from,
Boom! I need
from the
it.
dockmaster Porun. You get back to your ship, and you, Caleb, hear the rest of your party return as the rest of the crew begins to prepare for setting sail off the dock.
I go over to Caduceus and I pull him aside really quick.
Oh.
Hey, Cad. I have a thought.
Cool.
As you may have heard, I have now become first mate.
I didn't know that. People don't tell me those sort of things.
Just no, really, no one told
Oh,
you.
they might. I just might forget.
Sure. Well,
You may have already told me.
with
I
that
don't know.
responsibility, I probably have. With that responsibility, started thinking about the crew, and maybe we haven't been treating them the best that we could be. I think they're
a very fair
okay.
estimation.
I don't think that we're abusing them, but maybe neglecting them. Anyway, I got this extra bottle of mead for them, and I thought maybe with some of the stuff we got, maybe we could do like a nice dinner for them or something to just show our appreciation.
I think that's a very good idea.
I really don't want to get stabbed in the middle of the night, is
Again.
kind of what I'm thinking.
don't
So
think we've
it's a
already been
little bit still selfish, but really don't want to die by one of these fuckers.
Show our appreciation to these fuckers.
You made Caduceus laugh. Oh no. It's not even me laughing. Well,
I don't know.
I can think of worse plans than a nice bottle of wine with a card that says "Please don't stab me" in the middle of the night.
Oh, a card. I didn't think. Do you think they'd appreciate that? I could write that down. Yeah.
Actually, I think that maybe not giving them the idea in the first place might be a better. Well, yeah, I think also talking about. I think the big deal will be when we finally do find a little money, making sure it spreads around a bit.
Good call.
But bringing back some of the mead and dispersing it amongst the crew is definitely a sign that we're probably going to do that when we do. That is very astute of you.
Thanks. I feel like a first mate should be astute.
I have a confession. I don't know what astute means. I heard one of the crew use it, so I'm hoping it means a good thing.
Oh, yeah, it does. It means you used it pretty correctly, I think.
was mirroring
It-
something
it
somebody
means
else said.
Deductive reasoning, you got it. Nailed
That
it,
too.
man. Yeah. Good work. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Okay, yeah.
I start prepping the boat.
All right. With that, as everyone gets to prepare, Orly comes out from underneath the dock and turns to you and goes,
Captain. Where about are we taking off towards?
Navigator, set course for the Gravid archipelagos.
It's archipelago.
Archipelago.
We'll go ahead and make sure we're heading that way.
and he turns around and the rest of the crew begins, giving a couple orders, heading over and getting his map out, pull up the anchor, and slowly you guys begin to make your way out onto the Lucidian Ocean just as the sun begins to set. Now the sky itself has been pretty gray and cloudy, and you've been smelling the coming of weather. No more than 20 minutes after leaving, the rain begins.
This is fucking unexpected. Skies were pretty clear.
Caduceus knew that it was going to rain.
That's one smart cow. All right.
It's waiting for your
How's Yasha? How she staring off into space or just doing stuff?
You've been, for most of this travel, you've kept just an aspect of your consciousness looking out for errant weather. And there have been a few moments where some rains have come through, and that brief interaction with the diver's grave in which a storm was conjured, but it didn't have the same feel that you've been hoping. Whatever this draw was that drew you southward and to run into these friends again at the coast. As you begin to push further and further towards the direction of the storm, there's like an excitement in your belly that you can't describe.
Cool.
You're looking for a sign?
I guess I'm always looking for a sign now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know it was gonna rain? I mean, other than the obvious gray skies.
Oh, well, the skies were turning. The wind was coming in. And I honestly have to mention my knee hurts a little bit on the left side, usually about an hour beforehand. It was a thing my sister did 25 seasons ago, give or take. She's a piece of work. She's great. She's a piece of work.
So it just hurts when it gets cold, type of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About usually half a day before it rains.
Oh. That's a pretty great indication.
Yeah.
As the rain begins to hit the deck itself, the endless patter of heavy droplets smattering against the dark wood, the winds begin to pick up a little bit, and some of the crew begins to look off, and you see Marius glance off and go, Captain, should we put up the storm sails? The wind's picking up a bit.
Of course. Storm sails it is, on the double.
So it takes them a little bit. They end up.
Why aren't they up already? They'll be murders.
They start taking down or diminishing the presence of the regular sails and getting smaller, more durable sails pulled up in there.
The
wind
pay
is
attention.
more weather
Oh, yeah,
tolerant.
you're probably helping them with it. They need
Help.
it's an all hands on deck thing to get this going quickly.
Okay.
But with that, they're going to pull the sails into place, and the wind immediately picks up again once the sails are back in, and the wind's starting to pick up a bit heavily. And you see Orly kind of glancing over the edge, and his like large shell just kind of, just slick with rain smattering against the backside of it as he turns around towards you and looks at you through the darkness, a little bit of light there is from oil lanterns being held across the deck, and goes,
Captain, I think we're heading into a proper storm.
Damn, could you like be more ominous, Orly? Were you trying?
Captain,
was trying.
we're heading into a proper storm.
The shake.
Yeah, it was good.
I'll take the
It was
B-take.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Smart ass.
Orly, do you see any way around this storm or just through it?
We can if we take a few more days to.
Unacceptable. Push through.
Aye, Captain. All right, everyone. All hands on deck.
What?
There's flashes of light over there. Oh, it's happening.
So, as
boy.
everyone gathers
Oh shit.
to begin to ford out into the evening,
Safe, practical,
Yeah,
measured.
exactly.
Yeah, I was
practical.
I was almost like, Captain.
That's an amazing list of things that you are not.
your nerves are slightly set on edge as you can see the distant flashes of lightning arcing from storm to ocean. The heavy sheets of wind obscuring most of these bolts. And with that, the rain gets heavier and heavier. But
Taking a big swing.
I need you to go ahead, as the captain, go ahead and just roll a survival check for me, if you don't mind. I'll give you advantage on this.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Hey, before we go to the storm, you want to look in the old fate
The old
changing
tree?
thing?
That's none of my
I had advantage on it already.
Pulled all my healing spells.
Well, that adds on to
Am I
advantage.
good?
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it acts as a luck point. It actually technically is a third die, but you've already rolled, so.
Okay, 14.
14, okay, good. Keeping it steady and going in, the ship's handling it fine. The winds are heavy, but the repairs you made, thankfully, have brought the ball eater up to a very functional ship. The crew is experienced, and now that they seem to be a little more comfortable under your leadership, and with the help of the rest of the party, and you guys have taken some time at sea to learn a number of skills that are helpful. Your first bit of evening travel into the storm seems to be going well. Goes on for a few hours. The storm doesn't seem to be getting worse necessarily, but the waves are rocking quite a bit. Eventually, into the early hours of the morning, sleep is going to have to come to some of you at the very least.
I definitely could use some sleep.
All right, so you're going to sleep.
I'm going to go
Who's
sleep
staying,
so I can
who's
get
staying
some
up
proper.
for how long to keep watch, or you can leave it to the crew. It's up to you. They're experienced, but you're the captain.
No, I'll stay up.
So you're staying up. And where are you staying?
At the helm.
At the helm.
Yep.
All right, so you're staying there with Orly. Orly's staying with you. Anybody else?
Do you need me to stay up, Captain?
Now get some rest. I might need it in a bit when this dies down.
Prepare some sailing spells.
I'm
Okay.
going to stand at the back of the boat.
Okay. Stand at the back of the boat. Okay. Everybody else sleeping?
Yeah, I should stay.
I'm gonna stay up,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
Just watch.
Before I go to bed, I would like to talk to Jester.
Go for
Unless
it.
Jester is having some alone time, and it doesn't seem like it's the right time.
No, I'm just, I just want to be able to control water if something happens, you know?
Oh, you're here keeping watch. It's a good call, actually. Gonna stay up much longer?
Well, depends on the storm, I guess.
Yeah. Motion sick?
I'm okay.
The wood is creaking with each shift of the boat as the waves tend to climb higher and higher, occasionally slamming into a valley between.
It's
Kind of feels like a carnival ride.
it's a little spooky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun though. Listen, I just wanted to talk to you for a moment. I'm not really good at this sort of thing, but about what you said last night. About being a good liar. You're right. You really are a good liar.
Thanks, Bo.
Yeah. I think it takes one to know one. And I think being a liar means when I know you're not. Does that make sense?
Yes?
And when you are. Look, we all get sad. I just want you to know that. And I haven't told you really any of this, but I also had kind of a lonely childhood. So, I didn't have a lot of friends. My father was very protective because of certain things that he believed. And so I wasn't allowed to have a lot of friends.
Oh,
Really, any friends.
you could have used the traveler in your life too, then.
Maybe. Maybe I would have turned out a little bit more like you. I admire that in you. You know, in my loneliness, I just got angry and turned to bad things. But in your loneliness, you turned to creativity.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful. I really do.
I'll tell you a secret.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm angry too.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen you angry.
It's a sight to behold.
I'd like to see it someday.
Someday. I'm sure you will.
And I'll be proud of that too. Anyway, I know you like to look for friends, and yeah, I don't know if I'm like best friend material. That might be like a lot of commitment, especially with my commitment of being first mate.
It's a really big, yeah. You already have a lot on your plate.
It really is, you know. So, you know, you don't have to look far for a friend. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
I give her a hug from behind as she's walking away.
You just hug her back from behind.
Thanks, Bob.
Love you, Jess.
I love you too.
Don't stay up too late.
Okay.
Now, as the rest of you are enduring the chaos of the rains above, keeping focused and keeping it steady, it's exhausting. Both the attention required for you specifically and the hour being late. Thankfully, you slept in, so you can go on for quite some time. You, Yasha, kind of standing. Where on the ship are you standing?
Anywhere
You're the
where I
helm.
can be helping Ford if they need help with the lines.
The lines seem to be okay. Ford's at the helm with Orly, so they're both kind of towards the back.
Okay. I just want to stay anywhere on the boat where the storm is most visible, so I guess
Probably closer to the bow of the foremast.
that's where I'll be.
Okay. So, in keeping this going, do you head back up to help Ford, or you heading to rest as well?
I had to rest. You gave me
There you
permission
go.
to.
All right. It's hypnotic, the sound of rain, the movement of the waves, and the flashes of light, and the rolling of thunder. You kind of grab the edge of the rail of the bow, looking out straight into the storm that you're passing into. And it's just a blur of light and movement and darkness. The horizon beyond your vision is obscured, and it feels like you're just riding this into a tumultuous sky. You kind of begin to fall into a trance. Your eyes closing for but a second. We're going to take a break.
Oh, man.
We'll be right back.
Break it down, dude. That's crazy.
In a few minutes. In the meantime, we do have our fantastic Wormwood giveaway from our friends at Wormwood. This is an awesome holly inlaid dice vault with Burmese sow burl wood with like a red interior. This is a gorgeous fucking piece.
That looks like dessert.
Oh, and it feels nice. I kind of want to keep it, but no, this has to go to one of you lucky winners. So you have to move over to the Critical Role Twitch chat at twitch.tv/Critical Role to enter during the break. You can jump on back to Geek and Sundry after. But the keyword tonight is holiday. So go ahead and put holiday once in the chat. More than once, you'll be disqualified. Exactly. We'll have one lucky winner when we return from the U.S. or Canada, excluding Quebec, as you know. But yes, we'll be back shortly, and we'll see you then. Welcome back, everyone. So, before we get back into it, the winner of our fantastic Wormwood giveaway tonight is Corey T. Hall. Corey T. Hall, congratulations. We'll get that sent to you ASAP. I know, there wasn't a single dick joke in that name. Congratulations.
Way to grab that first. Like, not Corey T. Hall 6, or, you know.
Yeah.
Get right in there.
Corey T. Hall.
Well done.
So, as the rest of you are currently either focused on helping on the ship itself or are down below deck resting, sleeping, or concentrating on whatever is needed. Nelson? Or you're saying you're down there?
Doing things with flourish, yeah.
Gotcha. It's important. It's
Nice
important.
that anyone's ever put that. Thank you. There's a restart.
As the sound of the storm and the movement of the ship begins to lull you into this trance, your lids grow heavier and heavier, and as your fingers just tighten and clasp the edge of the bow, your vision goes dark, and you're kneeling. You open your eyes, and you're cleaning a fox you hunted and pulled from the nearby brush. You look across the surrounding Iothia moorland, the sheen of the shallow pools dotting the flat swamp brush landscape, the grays and browns of the valley beneath the clouded skies that raised you. This is the home you knew. The muted colors are comforting. You hear a voice shouted at a distance. Yasha! You turn and see the rest of your hunting party of the Dolorov tribe. Walking towards you, dirty and smiling, is Zuala. Her leather marked with mud, her brown eyes barely visible under her tangled hair. That's a hearty fox for one. Care to share it? The warmth in your chest fills you. It's a flash of lightning behind you. And in that instant, you see Zuala, fleshless and bone. Then darkness once more. Another subtle flash, but blue and muted. Another. A roiling ball of storm clouds grows before you in this veil of shadow, swelling as the interior sparks and flashes with light intensely, and they occur more and more rapidly as this sphere of roiling storm grows and swells. You sense something contacting you, and while it isn't speaking with words, you interpret it through language, through your mind. Loss. Loss is excruciating. Loss is paralyzing. Loss is inevitable. Loss can bring sorrow, bring hate, bring cruelty and darkness. Another bright flash. You see a muddied field of burning huts. Corpses lie at your feet, your blade bloodied. A figure turns to you, eyes aglow with yellow, their deep red skin and hooked horns peeking from beneath their folded wings. Their smile curls open. Your anger is beautiful to behold, orphan maker. Another flash. Only the rolling storm remains. The thoughts return. This voice coalesces into more of an actual throaty, deep timbre. Loss can instead teach you what is important. It offers perspective. It offers focus. Might. The courage to protect what has not yet been lost. To be alone, to push others away, can prevent loss. But it also prevents growth, strength, purpose. How much, how many will you lose until you find your strength? The thunder gets louder and louder, cutting through the veil. You find your consciousness tug at your mind, and slowly you begin to shake out of this fugue state. The sound of muffled rain once again growing loud around you, the cold sensation of it dripping through your armor, another crack of thunder. As the dream begins to fade, the voice says, "Show me. Show me what is important, what is worth protecting. This storm was birthed only for you." Your eyes flicker wide, and you're back on the edge of the ship. The wave hits the bow of the ship once more. You hold tight, your hair slicked down across your face as you look up, and with that, a single bolt strikes down, slamming into the front of the ship, where you expect to see splintered wood and fire. Instead, there is just a darkened spot, the impact muted. What you see there instead, a creature. A man-like shape made of crackling blue energy. It stands your height, vaguely human form shifting with unstable power. Suddenly, two vibrant wings of lightning open from its back like an angel. It walks towards you. It's going to claw across the front of your body.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. That is going to be a 16 to hit. What's your armor class?
14.
14. All right. So, as it claws across the front of your body, its hand seems to almost pass through the resistance to the armor for but a minute before you feel the shock to your system. As it arcs through, you feel the lightning pulse through your body. You suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage plus 5 points of lightning damage.
Would we have seen the lightning hit the ship?
You were below deck, and
No,
there.
I'm upstairs.
Oh, you're upstairs.
Yeah.
Control water if need be.
You guys watched a bolt of light strike down towards the ship. All you see is this kind of faint, dull glow, like a mote of energy that's just kind of rolling around. Make a history check.
Me?
Yes.
Ooh. 16.
16. You've heard tales of something called ball lightning. You know, bits of storm matter that just kind of scatters across. It's usually innocuous, and people either watch it fizzle out or get thrown overboard. It usually happens in the cusp of a storm, and you just watch it kind of dance along the vicinity of Yasha. But that's not what you see. I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All alone? I get advantage now. Oh, fuck. 10.
10, all right. It's going first.
My little fucking initiative.
So, as you reel from it, kind of reaching back for your blade, the creature just seems to be intent on you. Its form seeming to shift and bend with the wind and the rain. It's going to reach out towards you for 2 more strikes. That is going to be 13 to hit.
14
That's
on
14.
class.
And that's going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That is going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of lightning.
Which brings me to 7 total. Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay. I am going to, now that I know this is not who I thought it was, I'm going to rage. I would like to rage. And in that rage, I'm going to unfurl my wings.
Yes!
Wing fight.
Oh, shit.
So, as your skeletal wings flare out from under your back, your hair blown up from the wind and the impact of the wings just flying out from underneath the shawl, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a 6.
Fail.
There's no bonus. So, it is afraid of you for how long?
Sorry, this is 1 minute.
Okay, that's good.
Alrighty. Does it get to save at the end of its turn, or is it just afraid of you?
Hold on. Let's be frightened of me until the end of the next turn.
Okay, got
So-
you. Oh, and then it lasts for a minute for you to do the extra damage. So once during each of your turns, you deal extra necrotic damage to one target that, when you do damage to it, it equals your level. So you do an extra 7 points of necrotic damage once per turn to it. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
So that's the end of the round. You guys look over and watch as Yasha at the end, kind of this mote of lightning dancing around her, kind of rolling across, but slightly hovering above the surface of the boat's deck. You watch as suddenly she unleashes her fallen form, the wings rising up. Other members of the crew that are holding down the rope see this and kind of like take a step back, not entirely familiar with this appearance.
Steady! Steady!
And only within 10 feet.
Correct. Oh, they're not frightened of you.
Okay.
They're just really spooked
Okay.
by,
For good reason.
by the reveal.
Yeah.
It's going to go ahead and swirl around you. You see suddenly it seems to move with pulses of energy with an unnatural speed. Whips to the opposite side. Is going to attempt to try and slash into the lower back. That's going to be a 9 and a 21 to hit.
Okay, that one hits.
Okay. That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4 because you're raging.
Yep.
Raging. Plus 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Oh god, I've lost count.
I'm sorry. It has disadvantage on the attacks. You need to roll that other attack again. Okay, it still hits. Because it's frightened of you.
71.
You were at
minus 7.
I think you're, because you
Yeah.
7, so I think you're. Yeah.
And it's going to go ahead and attempt.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. It's going to attempt to move away from you.
Can I try and grab it?
You can attempt to. I'll let you grapple as a reaction. Sure.
I'll grapple as a reaction. I'm just like, I don't want to
So
do
it's an
anything.
athletics check for you because you're raging. It's a disadvantage.
That's right.
Okay.
With advantage?
22.
Yeah, it's staying.
Okay.
So you reach out and your hand passes partly through it and it goes numb. The field of sparkling energy, kind of like lightly electrifying the skin around your hand. But you manage to get hold of something. It's not solid matter, but something. And as it tries to move away, you can just keep it there, buried in place. That ends its turn. It's your go.
All right, I'm going to take out my sword
Okay.
and I'm going to attack it.
Go for it. You got 2 attacks.
Yeah. Come on. Roger.
Okay, that's okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Is this reckless or not?
Oh shit! Sorry. No, I'll take the first roll. Sorry.
Well, you don't have to. Yeah, no. But are you doing this reckless or not?
Reckless, no. It was 21.
21 hits.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll take out my sword and I'll attack.
Go for it. So describe to me your attack as you're holding it with one hand and pulling the blade out.
So you're not going anywhere. And I'll attack.
What is she doing? What is Yasha doing?
You're watching her kind of just like reaching out and grabbing this small sphere of sparkling energy. She grasps it, grabs her blade, and just strikes through it with both hands, arcing downward. Because you do have 2 hands, you'd lose the grapple because it's a 2-handed weapon.
Okay, that's fine.
But you also have Sentinel, so
wow.
if it tries to get away, you can just hit it.
Jeez,
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Plus your rage damage.
23.
23. Woo!
That was
Yeah.
plus the 7.
Oh, plus the 7? No.
Plus the
That's
7 once
30.
per round. 30 points of damage.
Yeah, that's first attack.
Wow.
Second attack.
Jeez Louise.
Okay.
Don't you get 2 attacks?
You get 2 attacks every turn.
Okay.
I know it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
2d6 on the second one.
2d6 on the second one. Okay.
I know you forgot your sheet.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, 12.
12 does not hit.
Oh,
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God, I have to roll again. I'm sorry.
I know you're nervous.
Oh,
It's all
I'm
good.
sorry, I'm
It's
so
all good.
nervous. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
That does not hit.
What was it?
It was a 2 plus.
No, I'm afraid that's
Yeah.
not. All right, so this first swing strikes through. You watch the spark kind of like flash with energy for a second. The second swing just goes wide. It kind of moves around, kind of zigzagging as it curls around her. So you want to do anything, or are you just watching?
No, I want to run forward.
Okay, so you rush over in the direction of where she is in this entity.
Yasha, do you need help?
No!
Okay.
But if you want to.
No!
It's back to its turn.
Okay.
Okay, right there in front of you, it's going to go ahead and attempt to use Anger of the Tempest. You watch as it pulls back from you. It's no longer frightened of you. It goes from its defensive position to leaning in towards you, and it looks up to the sky. And as a moment, there's this slight smell of burnt hair that kind of catches your nose before a bolt of lightning arcs from the sky and slams into you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You do have advantage on this.
Yes, I have advantage on. Okay, so that's 15.
15 does not make it.
Oh no! No!
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh god, that's a lot.
Okay. You take 23 points of lightning damage. And as the bolt hits you, your whole upper torso goes numb. Your fingers aren't responding, and you drop your sword to the ground. And the creature bends down and picks it up. And holds it up, just looking right at you. Doesn't move. Your turn.
It has to move. Isn't it frightened?
Not anymore.
Oh,
And frightened doesn't force you to move, you just can't get closer.
Oh, shit.
It's your turn.
Okay.
That looked like it hurt. Do you want to be healed?
Maybe. A little lower than I thought I would be. Can I try to grapple again and try to get my sword back?
You can use an attack to try and disarm it if you'd like.
Okay, I'd like to try and disarm.
Okay, make another athletics check. You have advantage on because you're raging.
21.
21. No. I had a +3 and rolled a 13, so 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
so
so-
it didn't.
No, I did not succeed. So, as it pulls back, attempting to go ahead and use the Magician's Judge against you, you reach forward and grab it, and for a moment you're both struggling back and forth, and you manage to rip it from its hand. Its fingers actually evaporating as you rip it from its form and kind of reform where they were previously. The energy still arcing around it, and you watch as it kind of moves around to almost try and move to your flank, and you shift around to face it. You have your other attack if you'd like.
Yes. Okay. Oh no. I forgot to reckless. Can you call out reckless? I'm forgetting everything.
Beforehand, yeah.
You have to call it out
That's
beforehand.
called at the beginning of
Sorry.
your turn, yeah.
11.
11 does not hit. It goes wide. Unfortunately, your body's still numb from the impact of the lightning bolt. You kind of reel from it angrily. That finishes your turn.
Yeah.
Can I heal her?
Do you want to get involved?
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Oh, I just want to heal her. Oh, I rolled really low. 6.
6. Yasha, your initiative was
10.
10. Yes, you're.
Yeah, 10.
All right.
Okay.
Jester, you can go. I'll let you in.
Okay, I'm just gonna run up and like go, Kipper, you're doing great. And I'm gonna touch her arm and cast level 3 Cure Wounds.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah, 15, 16, 20 points of healing.
It's okay. I'll take it.
As Jester touches you and the healing goes through the entity before you, its eyes flare with intense energies, glaring right at Jester, and you watch as it swells to twice its size with their presence arriving.
Jester, get the hell out of there!
Didn't know, I was trying to help. Did I see that happen, or did it just look like a ball to me? Still.
You watch this thing all of a sudden just get brighter and more intense. You don't know what that means, but top of the round, its turn. It's going to go ahead and take 2 more strikes at you. Let me see if it gets its lightning back.
Lightning back?
Nope.
No lightning back.
All right. It's going to go ahead and make 2 more strikes at you, Yasha.
Okay.
Ooh. That's going to be a 20 and a 21.
Yeah, both hit.
All right. The first one comes at you with 10 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5, and 5 points lightning damage, so 10 total. The other strike, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5. And then 3 points of lightning damage.
8. 18.
Thanks. No, I would have been under.
Still.
Okay, my turn.
So, but it appears to be growing in size.
Shit! Fuck! Shit! Shit!
It's your turn, Yasha.
Okay, I'm going to attack again.
Try to sleep down there.
Reckless.
How are you attacking with it? What are you doing to attack it?
I'm
Whipping around you.
He's hitting you anyway, you might as well do it because he'll get reckless back.
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna try to see if there's a vital that I can get to anywhere. If he's how much bigger than me is he?
Right now, he's considered a large creature, so he's about 5 feet taller than you. You see only like maybe a 3-foot sphere going in its space.
Okay, I'm gonna
But it's
try to
larger
go
than the
for
1
the
foot sphere
the big artery in the
was. All right, so you swing, kind of coming down for where the leg is.
Okay.
Reckless?
I did reckless,
Yeah.
yeah. 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
3. Oh, not as good. Okay. 5, 6. 12. Plus 7 still? Or that was a one-time?
No, every turn you do it once, plus 7.
Okay, so, I'm sorry this is taking me so long. 19.
19 points of damage in the first strike. Carves through the center of its leg area. You watch as the energy dissipates. The leg goes and kind of vanishes. And now it's kind of hovering lightly with the other leg below it. And you see kind of energy sparking around with the legs reforming.
Okay.
What are you doing with your second attack?
Yeah.
Badass in the rain.
Do I, since I have reckless, I can still
Reckless for all
continue
of
to do
your
it?
attacks this turn, yeah.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay. 19.
19 hits. Roll damage a second time.
2d6.
Fuck. 10.
10 points of damage. You struck it again with the blade. It seems to shrug it off. It seems to be hardier than it was when you started this fight.
Sorry.
So, anything else you're doing on your turn?
Do you have any bonus actions?
You've been adding your 7 points of
You have
damage
one.
on necrotic every time.
You have 1 healing.
But I didn't get. I didn't get. Do I? I only get it once. I don't get the necrotic damage also on the second.
Both strikes.
Both strikes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so.
Wait, with the necrotic damage?
For Divine Fury?
Oh, Divine Fury, you get it once per turn.
Yeah. No, but the sword has necrotic, right? Or for your shroud.
The necrotic damage from your shroud also happens once per turn.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just once.
Okay. So that's good. Oh, fuck, I don't know what to do because I feel like I have to fight this thing on my own.
Do you have a bonus action?
You have a bonus action, you haven't done anything.
Features and traits.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Check your features and traits.
D&D Beyond.
It's all pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Is that your turn?
that's my turn.
All right,
I
Jester,
mean,
you're up.
I mean, should I do anything?
What are you doing, Jester?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna back away from it since I made it worse.
Okay. How far do you back away?
10 feet.
Okay, you back away 10 feet.
Sorry. Didn't mean to join anything and just, didn't know what's going on here.
Okay.
Looks pretty crazy.
As Jester backs away, top of the round, it's now the entity's turn. It's going to go ahead. Well, first to see if it gets its lightning back. It's going to first attempt to move away from you. It's going to hover away and actually begin to rise up in the air. You do get an attack of opportunity towards it.
Yes, okay.
Zeno!
It is not reckless though, because it's only on your turn, I believe.
13.
13 misses. The swing goes wide and it hovers 15 feet up, kind of near the mast where the lower sail is. Kind of hovers up into space and looks up in the air once more as its electrified wings kind of unfurling. Its arm goes up as it stares down at you. You see these large blue sparks where its eyes would be as it pulls its arm down. The bolt strikes down, slams into you once more, making another dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Okay. 20 total.
That succeeds.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a good thing. So you take 13 points of lightning damage, and you do not drop your weapon. You shrug off the numbness from the impact, but it is 15 feet above you. Fuck. Which is out of your melee range.
Okay.
It's just kind of hit up near the sail and the mast.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I call out to the Stormlord. What do you want me to do?
Do you wait for a response?
Yes.
No response, just the sound of thunder and lightning rolling.
Okay, I move closer to it.
How do you move closer to it?
Is it just directly above me?
It's kind of above and back, like up by the mast and the sail. About 15 feet above you.
This is so stressful when it's about you.
Can you fly?
Not with the wings, no.
I wish. Yeah. I'm gonna try to climb up.
Okay. I mean, they're designed for climbing. So you go ahead and as it's up in the air, you rush over to the mast and climbing your way up, you kind of get to the edge, and there is where the sail is in the side, and you're kind of holding onto it off to the point. You manage to get within melee range of it. But you've used your action to call out the Stormlord, so I'm waiting for the response.
Okay.
But you're now adjacent to it.
Okay. So
All right.
I'll just keep my sword at the ready.
Okay. Jester? Do you move further away, get closer, orient? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna, Yasha, what do you want me to do?
I don't know, just stay safe.
I just back up 10 more feet.
Okay, back 10 more feet. Next round, you watch its physical size reduce. It shrinks back down to its original form, matching yours 1-to-1. As it just floats there. Its electrical wings, not flapping, but just kind of arced and held aloft to each of its sides. On its turn, it does not get its lightning back. It's going to attempt to strike at you twice. As it rushes you towards the mast, trying to knock you off. The first one's going to be a shove attack to try and knock you off the mast. That's a natural one. No. It goes to shove towards you, and you just pull in. And it zips past. At that point, it comes back around to try and claw at you with its other hand. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That is that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. It would be 10, but it's reduced to 5.
Okay.
And then 4 points of lightning damage. And it's going to attempt to move up further away from you. It'll get even further up and away from the masthead. So make another attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Wait.
Just one.
Still? Just one?
Just one.
Well, the first one was good. 21 again.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And because of your sentinel feat, you prevent it from moving.
Yes, you dropped their speed to 0.
Sentinel bitches.
Fucking hang around.
10.
10 points of damage. As you arc past with your blade and striking it, kind of attempting to move away, you watch as its midsection separates and the lower legs just kind of fizzle out and no longer exist. And suddenly its lower part of its torso kind of flickers and then grows 2 new legs made of pure electrical energy. But you can see as the wind's kind of blowing by, your hair being thrown past your shoulders, the rain beating down on your face as you're holding onto the side of the mast, kind of leaning your arm in and then striking with your 2-handed sword best you can. It can't seem to find its way beyond your reach. Now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take my blade and put it through its torso.
Okay. I'm going to say because of the rain, the new last round, but as you're now up in this area, kind of holding on while also striking it, disadvantage in the attacks because it is a 2-handed weapon.
Okay, come on.
But if you make it reckless, it's a straight roll.
Oh, yeah, reckless.
All right.
Okay, that's 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
3 of them.
Oh, that's good.
2 bonuses?
19. 25.
25 points of damage to as it arcs past you. See one of the wings kind of gets shaved off and falls and sputters and turns to just particle sparks before vanishing into the storm. The wing begins to flicker to regrow itself. You have your second attack.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Still reckless?
Yeah.
Well, reckless is preventing the disadvantage.
Okay, so that doesn't hit.
What'd you roll?
A 3 plus
Three. No.
9.
This one unfortunately goes wide with the second strike as your arms loop through the mast trying to hold on. This time the other wing manages to flicker in and it just ducks out of the way. Jester, staying out or coming? All right. Back to the top of the round. The creature now, see the storm growing heavier and heavier around. The rain now is coming in heavy sheets across the deck. The crew's yelling off. You hear the shouting of the crewmen trying to keep the sails from tearing. You hear Ford shouting orders to them from behind, but the words aren't reaching you. It's just noise, lost in the wind and the sound of the storm around you. It's going to attempt, well, let's see.
Do it, Yasha!
Okay.
It does get its lightning strike back. As you're up there holding the mast, kind of knowing it's coming, as the creature kind of puts its hands up. The bolt strikes down once more, slamming to you and the mast. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
No, we just got that repaired.
Advantage.
Thanks.
11.
Come on.
Wasn't a great roll, so you're lucky on that. That's 13 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god. I'm still standing.
But you drop your sword,
Okay.
which falls. Ting, 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 onto the ground. That's its turn. What are you doing, Yasha?
Oh my god. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
How far away is it from you on the mast?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 5 feet from you. It hasn't pulled away. You've prevented it from leaving, but it did manage to knock the weapon out of your hand.
Is there anything in the torso? Like.
There's the energy that seems to create it is like this field of electricity, but you do see there's the bright points where its eyes are that are like these two beacons of intense electrical energy, and a faint kind of heart-like glow that emanates from the center of its torso. But the whole thing is made of energy from different intensity levels that almost give variations to colors of blue and white.
Okay. I want to try to grab it again.
Okay.
Grab it from the inside. And try to pull it off of the mast.
Make an athletics check. Do not have disadvantage on this. You have advantage because of your.
I have advantage?
Because you're raging still.
Okay, that's right.
That's cocked.
Both the same. 12.
Cocked again. Okay. 12?
Yeah.
It's a 16. You try and reach out for it and just manages to duck out of the way. You have a second attack. Are you doing another grapple or are you?
I'm going to try to do another grapple.
Go for it.
Okay.
You got advantage.
With advantage because you're raging.
22.
Yeah, it does not succeed on that. As it ducks past the one, you reach out, kind of getting to the limits of your arm reach from the edge of the mast, and as you do, your hand kind of plunges into its chest. Once again, you
pull
feel
it off of the mast.
Next turn.
Okay.
If you can keep it up.
Okay.
All right. So as you're holding it there and it's grappled, its strength is 0. As your hand is like plunged about 2 or 3 inches into the energy field that is its torso. You can feel your fingers vibrating with energy, and it hurts. It hurts, but you just grit your teeth. Glaring past, you can hear the waves crashing around you. The ship itself is rocking with heavy momentum, but you're just focused at the moment. On its turn, it's going to attempt to try and attack you. That is a natural 1.
Okay.
You are a lucky son, but the second one is going to be, it's a 13 again. Oh. Wait.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, 13. That's man, okay. Let's see, does not get sliding back. That would have been good to roll for him. All right.
Okay. My turn? Okay, I want to keep holding and I want to try to squeeze even harder, whatever it is that I'm holding on to, and try to yank down and take us off of the,
Make a strength check.
the mast.
Oh my god.
Do I roll again?
Strength is
Your
advantage.
advantage.
Oh.
Fuck, I'm sorry, I'm
With the
sorry.
raging, it's okay.
16.
16. You begin to pull and it's giving, and you watch as you're yanking. Its wings are kind of flickering and sputtering, and its arms are kind of reaching up to grab yours, and its eyes that have been intensely burrowed towards you begin to go wide.
Okay, I'm gonna keep.
You can use your second attack to
I'm
try.
gonna keep trying to pull whatever that is.
All right, make another strength check with advantage.
Okay. 17.
17. As you pull it from the chest, the body flickers out, and you're falling. The momentum pulling you off the mast, and you plummet 15 feet.
I
slamming
run
onto
forward
the
as I
deck.
see her falling. I run forward to try to cast Cure
You
Wounds.
take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact, reduced to 3, reduced to 2 because of the rage. But you crack onto the hard wood of the deck.
I am at 1 hit point.
No fucking way!
Fucking way.
What
Episodes in a row.
deal?
Okay, I'm just laying there and I'm holding.
I look down at her. Are you okay?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know. Well, am I still holding it?
I mean, your fingers are buzzing. You look and there's nothing there.
Did you see that thing?
I saw a ball of light. I saw you fall off the mast.
You didn't see any creature or anything?
Just it's like a big ball of lightning stuff. Your sword fell down. Here.
I was fighting something. It was a creature.
What did it look like?
And then it got small and then it would get big again.
Cure wounds, cure wounds.
Okay. It was like it was winged and it had red eyes and it looked like it was a ball of lightning.
What do you think it meant?
I don't know. I was just standing in front of the ship and I had a vision of home. And then I woke up and then the lightning struck and when it came down it was the creature.
And it only wanted to fight you.
I guess if you didn't even see it. I thought I grabbed something out of it and I guess it was its heart and now it's gone.
Yasha, this is really important.
Okay. Well, maybe I need to think on this a little bit more.
We should talk to Caduceus.
Yeah?
He has really good insight. Plus, he makes good tea. It will make you feel better.
Jester, what's going on down there?
Yasha fought the ball of lightning, but everything's okay. She's good. We're going to get some tea, though.
I'm okay.
The mast looks like it maybe got burned a little again.
Maybe see to the repairs first before you get your fucking tea.
Why don't you stop being a dick?
I might crawl up and cast mending on the sail.
By the way, you're healed 14 points.
Oh.
Because the lightning mostly impacted Yasha, the damage was minimal to the mast, thankfully.
Good.
If she had actually, she had succeeded on her save,
Our boat will be on
no,
fire.
it was the, you succeeded the last.
She did succeed.
So,
Oh,
the
no.
so the mast is a little damaged, but with immediate mending, I'll say you can undo it a little bit.
Plus, I'm the carpenter. I'm one of the carpenters. So I've got extra skills.
Great
Okay.
band.
I'm gonna go talk to Caduceus.
Okay. As you continue to help keep this ship going through the middle of the storm. You make your way below deck and find Caduceus in his chamber.
Hi, Caduceus. Hey.
Did you get hit by lightning?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Hold on. Oh, man.
Sorry,
That's
this
just, no, that's
morning air is
okay.
not a good smell.
No, that's nice. It's fresh. Hold on. Let's do something about that. I'm just gonna do another cure wounds at a ridiculous level. Let's do it at third. So let's give you another 3d8 plus 5 just to get that going. What happened?
Well, I was. Oh, that would have been nice.
21.
Okay. I was at the bow of the boat and I was trying to connect with the Stormlord. I don't know. And I ended up getting a vision.
You got a sign.
I think I did.
I mean, yeah, that's a sign. You got hit. You're pretty fried.
I'm pretty fried. I fought something, though. It was lightning that came down and then turned into a creature.
Did it, I don't know how to make this sound normal. Did it know you? Did it feel like it was there for you?
Yes.
Well, somebody's paying attention. Congratulations. Probably need some food. Where's your sword?
It's here.
That's amazing. Well, now that you seem to have the Stormlord's attention, now what?
I think I just need to keep trying to find him. I mean, I guess he's found me, but
Well, now what?
that's what I was gonna ask you. Well, I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Well, yeah, I'll go to the kitchen and start to put a kettle on. I think sometimes you are running towards something so fast that you don't remember why you're running in the first place. I've had some moments like that with these people a couple times where I've felt distant from what's important. And recently I've been thinking about this river in the northern forest. So it's not a big river, but you can watch the river, and every year it's a little different. And there's we used to make little leaf boats and put them down and make them watch them. And no matter, every year it was a different path, but it's all going to end up in the ocean eventually. I think that you're going to be ending up in your destination real soon. I think we're barreling toward it. Congratulations. I'm going to go make tea. I'm going to go make tea.
I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Since it was your vision, if you wish to look over the words that were told to you, keep that for your...
Okay.
Zoinks.
Clues and beans and beans.
Look at the first letter of every word, and then take those and rearrange them.
Let's get some lemon juice and a candle.
I go back upstairs.
To the dock, or to the deck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just want to sit outside still.
Okay. You make your way back up
Is it peaceful?
It's still raining, but the storm's ferocity seems to have slowly diminished. It's still a storm.
Less steady.
But you seem to have come through the bulk of its intensity and danger. And from your experience knowing, you're probably starting to come out the other end. It'll be a few more hours affording this, but I'm getting pretty exhausted.
I may send Orly or someone else below decks to go wake up Bo.
Okay. Orly stays, but sends Marius to go ahead and wake Bo. Comes back up, and she's in his wake.
What's up?
Yeah, we're through the worst of it. Listen, if for some reason Yasha comes back up and starts swinging at a bunch of balls of light on the front of the ship, just don't get involved. I'm going to sleep.
What?
Not just going.
Okay.
I'm so tired. Thank you. Could you just...
The ship's name makes sense now.
The ball eater. Oh, yeah.
The eater of balls.
And also our captain also eats balls.
Everybody. You see, it's just now, I feel better about the whole. It's a good name. It works out.
You feeling any better, Yasha?
I guess so. I'm just trying to make sense of all this still. And I feel like I had some visions of home that made me very happy and sad at the same time. But it must all mean something.
What made you leave in the first place? It had to be scary, right? If that's all you'd ever known.
Yeah, I had to leave.
Why?
I did something that wasn't the right thing to do, according to my tribe.
You can say what it is. I won't tell anyone.
In my tribe, we have a matriarch of the tribe, the champion, and her name is the Sky Spear.
Wow, that's a cool name.
And when you become a part of the tribe, you take a blood oath and you get a name. And I was given the name Orphan Maker. And when you become a part of the tribe, as time goes on, you are given a mate. But I fell in love with someone else that was not chosen for me. And we got married privately.
You got married, Yasha?
I did. But they found out, and the punishment for that is death. And they killed her. And I ran away. So I am a coward, I guess.
Yasha, you're not a coward. Wow. You're one of the bravest people I've ever met.
Thank you, Jester. But in our tribe, when you get married, it's for life, so... even if she's gone, she'll always be mine.
What was her name?
Her name was Zuela.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah. But I left, and I'm sure they were coming after me, and I got into the wastes of Jorhas, and something happened. There's time that I cannot account for. I was out there for months by myself, and it seemed like I woke up months later, and I looked different, and I felt different. And I woke up at an altar of the Storm Lord. And he saved me. For what yet, I don't know. But hopefully I can be a better champion for him. And fulfill whatever purpose that he has for me.
Did he heal your heart? Or are you still sad?
I don't know if my heart could ever be healed, but I'm okay with that. I feel like if it were put back together, then that means Zuala would be gone. But I know one day I want to go back there, and I don't know where she was buried, but I have so many flowers to bring to her. But I don't know. I don't know what all this means, but I sometimes... I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't know.
I feel like sometimes I get nervous to get close to people because I just feel like I lose them. And then Molly.
And then Molly.
I feel like I'm either very unlucky or cursed, and I don't believe in luck.
Curses and luck, they go together. If you don't believe in luck, you can't believe in being cursed either.
That's true. That's true.
And Molly's still with us.
Yeah.
The same way that your beautiful wife is.
Yeah. I think so. I think so. This is very good tea.
I'm saving it.
What's in here?
You didn't put some of that stuff in, did you?
Oh, that, no, although I did think about it. Now, this is from home. This is the, Cadence family, if I recall. It's very minty.
Very minty.
Like it's people?
Oh, I mean, technically, yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Minty people.
Well, maybe this is best kept to us, but
I won't tell anyone.
I mean, I'm fine with saying it, but it's a long story, and
Thank you for trusting us with that, Yasha.
Of course.
Sometimes it helps to say things out loud.
I think so. I feel like I'm trying to learn that from you, Jester.
Really?
Yeah, you say what's on your mind, and
That's true.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to start doing that.
To surviving.
To surviving.
To Minty family.
Minty
The
families.
minties.
As the storm subsides slowly over the next few hours, and one by one you all eventually find yourself feeling comfortable to return to your quarters for an evening's rest. The day's travel comes to a complete circle. The morning comes with clear skies as the distant gray fades in the north. Another half-day's travel leads you to see a few bodies of land on the horizon.
Hey, nice job.
Yeah.
Really?
Was awake the whole night?
Which direction are we pointed?
The one we're heading in forward, which is the only way we could be heading
Which is?
towards our destiny.
Orly?
Orly, which way we head?
I reckon I'll towards them islands.
He points over to the bodies of land on the horizon.
Towards islands.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Now, coming across the Gravid Archipelagos, I mean, and you know this a little bit, though you've not actually traveled to these before. You can see this trio of islands are rather rocky and only marked with small pockets of trees and jungle. Much of the land on these islands is steep, volcanic peaks with sheer cliff faces, pockmarked with caves. Similar makeup as a lot of Darktoe, actually, and they were both probably created from similar volcanic activity from under the ocean, but not very welcoming looking islands with little safe land to navigate or exploit for resources. There's very few reason for ships to stop here. As you guys begin to make your way, you can see the two nearest you and the third there. What would you like to do?
Plot of course it'll put us right in the middle of all three.
Okay.
Goes ahead and continues the path of the ball eater.
We'll work on it.
We're a
Nothing
noble
quite like
group.
high fantasy.
Ball eater? That's
There
the
was
name
the
of
squall eater.
So we just
Turn the
Painted it.
it.
The boat is
Ball
called
eater.
the Ball Leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Ball Eater.
eater
Yes.
of balls.
To be
Eater of
fair,
balls.
he's eaten some balls.
He's eaten some balls.
And now
You've
you
fought
have
some
as
balls.
well.
You've eaten some balls.
You
I've
bested
eaten
a ball.
balls.
You just
fought
bested a
lightning
ball.
bolt. You busted a ball.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We've all had a couple of balls in our mouth before.
Spent 6 days as a happy fun ball.
Yeah.
That's true. So many. So
It's a lot of
it is.
balls.
I'm telling you, it's a ball themed
This
year.
is practically a ball pit, yeah.
Matthew Mercer's ball campaign.
Sorry.
This is going to go real poorly.
Nice lightning strike as you said that, by the way. That was like,
Real poorly.
This can be turned off.
I was enjoying it.
So cool.
Fun device that I
That is
I know you've
awesome.
been
Yeah.
waiting on that one.
Thank you, Jimmy Crawford, for showing me that at Stream of Many Eyes.
What is the plan, Captain?
We're gonna head for the middle of all that.
We have to go to the bottom of the ocean again.
Maybe. We're gonna keep our eyes on the islands as we proceed, but I do recall it being under the depths.
And you are searching for this based on a vision.
But also, it was in Avantica's journal, wasn't it? You remember, Caleb?
Exactly.
And it was, yes.
Did it have an exact location or anything?
No, it just said somewhere between them.
In my dream, I saw from the top down, and I hit the water right in the middle of them, and just kept going deeper and deeper.
Right in the middle of these 3 islands. Well, cool.
Ford. There are presumably 3 spheres, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
You have 1. You have 2. And then Avantika. So, I'm just checking if you think that this could unleash Uk'otoa.
Nope. She put hers in the first temple. I have 2. This might be numero dos, and then I'll just keep the 3rd.
Okay.
Yep.
What if, just theoretically, playing devil's advocate here, you know, maybe Uk'otoa was like, I should make 4, 1 extra, just in case and Vandrin has that one, but he's also already put it in the temple, and this 3rd one could unleash him.
Wait. 4 spheres. 3 temples.
It's possible.
Or 10 spheres.
You don't know.
You have no idea.
I mean,
But maybe it only takes 3.
I'm not sure that elder gods work in baker's dozens. That just seems
Also very embarrassing for the people who designed that temple we visited.
And as Caleb can attest to, that image that we saw in the temple was 3 spheres, 3 chosen people underneath the entity. I don't think they would, have an influx of spheres to deal with.
What if someone else was searching for these powerful spheres and maybe was lying in wait at this temple, knowing that someone would maybe come bring one to it?
Or 2.
You are a fantastic rogue. You wouldn't let such an ambush befall us.
I would if it were underwater. Because I would not be there to prevent it.
You're not going to come with us again?
Fuck no! Look what happened last time! There was a crazy ghost lady!
Yeah, and we defeated her.
No, she got away.
Yeah, but we still defeated her.
We almost died.
But we got the orb, and we also stole some shit.
Did we?
Yeah. I got at least 5 gold.
Those that want to come can, and I will understand if you want to sit this one out.
We've come a long way.
You are welcome to stay, although there might be a conversation about how much of the cut of whatever we find you get to keep.
Agreed, and I couldn't guarantee your safety up here while we're below the murky depths.
Not.
Yes.
I don't want to force you to come. Of course not. You can stay up here if you want, and I'm not going to talk about dangers and murky depths and stuff like that. I will say that you saved my life, and I don't feel as comfortable going into a battle without you.
Ford, you have a thing or two to learn from Jester about talking to people and engaging them on a personal level. And she has what I would call the expert touch. She gets people, she sees into their hearts and souls, and you are just a bastard man.
I hear there's an ancient button factory at the bottom of the waters.
Wait. Button Wonka's factory? With the Boompa Loompas?
You've heard of it as well.
I have! No one's seen anyone come in or out of that factory, and yet it makes buttons every day! How do they do it?
The story's been lost to the ages since the Great Calamity.
All right.
You're in?
This fucker. Let's just find it, and then we'll decide later.
Fair enough. And just in case, can we keep an eye on the islands as we're moving in, just for any sign of structures, civilization?
Yeah. Whoever's telling that, you can either make 2 separate perception checks or aid one
I'll
to
send
make.
the perceptive fuckers up to the crow's nest.
Yep. Take a look. Yep.
All right. Are you aiding Caduceus, or are you both rolling?
You should aid Caduceus.
Oh, am I doing this?
You're aiding.
Oh, I'll aid you.
Or you can.
I'm gonna aid
Perception rolls?
Caduceus.
Perception, yeah. With advantage.
Perception with advantage. Ooh, that's awful. That's terrible. 14.
14. Okay. Keep an eye out there and kind of spend the next hour or so as you guys are coming into position, scanning the shores of each of the islands. There's no sign of civilization. They're, mostly dangerous, jagged, rocky shores with like pebbled beaches and bits and pieces of what looks to be hints of mangrove clusters at certain points of the shore, and elements of the occasional bit of jungle you can see in pockets or valleys on each island, but for the most part, you don't see any sign of civilization.
Nothing so far. Mr. Caleb, I know this is not your favorite thing to do, but we may acquire the use of your friend for a little while.
But what are you going to do with the cat?
Well, I was hoping that maybe the cat would get uncomfortable in either a bird or octopus form and do a little
There is no bird or octopus. He is a cat. I am out of supplies. He's a cat.
I got incense, by the way.
Everything just changed. How much did you get?
I got 50 gold worth, which was a lot.
May I have it?
You may have all of it.
Thank you. So where do we want to dump him in the ocean again for a look around?
We're looking for signs of civilization on land or in the sea at the moment. What are you?
Yeah, if we haven't seen anything on land, I'd like to get in the middle and then send him.
Are we in the middle yet?
Yeah, I'd say about now you guys could have reached what would be considered as close to the center as Orly can possibly maneuver the boat.
Anything? No carvings in caves, holes in the
I can
stone
do
walls?
two things. We can send Frumpkin into the air and...
I mean, there are caves all over, like the volcanic, rocky cliffs and peaks that come out of each island. There are caverns and shelves. It's a very... it was a violently made series of islands.
Did you go underwater in your vision?
In my mind pictures? Yeah, I did.
All right. Sit down on the deck and start drawing in chalk on the wood and putting my cat in the middle of it, even though he's only been a cat for a few days, and 10 minutes later we have an octopus.
So if I was petting Frumpkin when you were doing that, would he slowly lose his fur and grow tentacles, or would it be like a poof?
We'll try that sometime, okay?
Okay.
Are you hoping for that Lady Hawk moment where you have a furry octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One pet of just.
I want one.
There is a moment of transition. It's a little awkward. Into the ocean.
There you go.
Below, disappearing into the depths.
Sorry. Go fucking go.
You can go ahead and make a perception check for Frumpkin.
Come on, Frumpkin.
Come on, Frumpkin.
Not good.
It's never good.
8.
All right.
Frumpkin never
So from the upper
anything.
tier of the water, Frumpkin sees the water is here pretty clear.
You made it worse.
Yeah.
The water here is pretty clear.
Pretty clear, but Frumpkin is a bit distracted by the heavy schools of fish that seem to be kind of glittering beneath the surface and catching a little bit of the light that's making its way through the waves and causing kind of this array of sparkles roughly 30, 40, 50 feet below the surface.
I see a whole lot of ocean.
Continues deeper, deeper. Make another perception check.
Come on, Frumpkin.
14.
14, okay. First thing Frumpkin notices is the ocean here is not as deep as the Diver's Grave. It goes down maybe 300 feet. It's still deep, but it's a third of the depth you end up having to go down.
180.
I'll just send him in slowly larger circles. over time.
Frumpkin does see a shape amongst the clusters of seaweed and other bits of life that exist down there in natural ocean life. You can see, chunks of ocean rock and volcanic rock, things that may have been lobbed from ancient volcanic detonations, and what looks to be a tower, a sub-ocean tower that's leaning at an angle. You can see bits of broken rock kind of based around it, and the seaweed is kind of cluttered up around the base of it.
Are we talking architecture or natural?
Architecture.
Architecture.
Constructed.
I relate this.
The top of it is somewhat jagged. It has sustained some erosion or damage towards its top. And it just leads down inside. You can see shelves or bits where there may have been stairs or levels, but most of that has fallen inward, and it looks to be, from Frumpkin's exterior perspective, mostly hollow, and just disappearing into darkness the further in. With the 14, Frumpkin also notices a little bit of movement. Towards the very tops of the seaweed, there are humanoid bodies that are kind of like tangled in the seaweed a bit.
Oh.
That appear to be just kind of like floating there. And then one of them kind of twitches and goes,
Oh no.
Why does this keep happening?
There's more dead things down below.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Nopey nope.
Well, Caduceus, you're definitely coming.
We may need a nap before we go down there.
All right.
We got a long rest.
Just woke up.
Did we, but since the Yasha thing, or?
Yeah. We still got a long
Oh,
rest.
then in that case, I'm gonna manage my move as well.
Jagged tower seem familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
One thing we should do. Can I get you guys to scurry up to the crow's nest one more time and give a gander for any ships?
Me and Caduceus again?
Yeah, look real careful. Coves, inlets.
Okay.
Anything that might look like it might be hiding.
Want to do separate rolls this time?
Yeah, let's do it separately.
Fucking horrible.
Oh my god.
Totally fine. What's that?
8.
10.
seems pretty clear.
Seems pretty clear.
That tower is familiar to you, huh?
No. It just seems like the obvious entrance.
So you spoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my impulsiveness was starting to catch up again. I just want to be honest. Doesn't seem like there's a trap. Not, right? We seem to be by ourselves. At least up here.
Yeah, up here, where there's no water, we're totally fine. Down there, there's dead bodies on seaweed.
Yeah, but I mean, what's a couple dead bodies on seaweed to people like us? No bigs, right?
Wait, they're already dead? They're animated dead.
They were like,
Yeah.
Right.
Frumpkin didn't get a great look at them. It's uncertain one or the other, but they appear to be humanoid and kind of wrapped in seaweed. And then
One of them seemed to spasm.
one of them seemed to twitch and move for a second before going back to rest.
About what time of the day is it right now?
At this point, it's early afternoon, maybe like 1 or 2 hours afternoon.
Get this thing done.
Do you have the ability to let us breathe under there?
I do.
I can only one at a time.
Yasha, how you feeling?
Up for another scrap?
I love swimming. I like scrapping. So this is a combo of the two of them. You know? I'm in.
All right. I'll look at the group and I will cast underwater breathing on everyone. 24 hours.
All right.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
The familiar lightness in the lungs seems to take root inside. The air tastes a little bit different once the incantation is complete. And you feel the familiar point of anxiety build in your chest since last time you dove.
Water breathing.
It's like cold already.
I'm gonna go find the other bottle of mead. Drink until I am more than intoxicated.
That was
Okay.
for the crew.
Fuck that.
What?
I need this right now.
Your flask is bottomless.
I'm kind of sick of it. It's the same booze over and over again. I'm sorry. I love you, baby. I love you. But it's getting to be a little bit, it's like if you eat Rice Krispies every day.
Maybe if you washed it every now and then, it would have
Do
a
we see
slightly
her
different.
go and sneak the mead?
You see her leave for a bit and then come back with an empty bottle of mead.
Oh.
Let's go swimming.
What's the distance from
intentions,
the
Captain.
middle of this archipelago to the nearest outer island? Like
About a quarter mile.
quarter mile.
So rare.
Quarter mile to a mile to the nearest one. Actually, it's probably a little more than that. A few miles.
I'll go to Orly and say, while we're underneath, if you see another ship enter or danger present itself, make for land, and we'll find you.
Understood.
Yeah, it's about a mile to the shore. I'd say, looking at the map there, yeah.
Of course.
Leave my tea kettle on board. Should be fine. We'll find them.
You ready?
Cool. Before we go, I'm just gonna pull Caleb aside.
Oh yeah.
We're all going to stare at you while you do this.
Hey, while we're down there, if Ford tries to be like bad, can you restrain him? Like if he tries, like if something overcomes him with evil, can you fuck him up? Can you?
Most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would be ready to. I feel like 50-50 he's turning evil on us.
Will you stay close to me down there, please?
Of course I will. I'm not going to leave you. You're puny and weak. I'm sorry. I meant physically. Physically, you're puny and weak. Intellectually, you're a rock star. You're amazing. You know I respect you.
Your first statement was accurate.
By the way, what did we get? The books. Did we get any good spells?
Yeah.
Tell me.
There was a jar full of, they're like boba. It's food.
Tapioca, yeah.
Yeah. It lasts a long time.
It's just food?
Magic
Yeah.
tapioca.
Okay, but
And the
any
ink-
sort of...
The ink is good. It will help me in my studies.
And the books? Any powerful spells? Anything that can...
One of the books was about debate. One was a spell book.
And?
And there's useful things in it.
Reality shifting things?
Yeah, a little, yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. I give him a big kiss on his cheek, and it's real smelly. Me, not him.
Well,
The book was about debate, and then you were going to argue about it.
I pull her even a little further away and turn our backs to the group, and
We're all watching.
All
your
stare.
back.
I said, "That's fine. That's fine." I've been getting a little wrapped up in this team, and we're working as a team, and I've forgotten you and me. I've forgotten.
Well, don't. We're in this together.
Yeah.
Don't forget me. I won't forget you.
Stay close.
Always. All right, fuckers, let's go.
When we get under, make sure to take a breath real quick. You'll sink faster.
Oh, yeah.
And just if Ukatoa decides to show up,
He won't.
But if he does,
what's the plan?
He won't.
Okay.
Caleb is standing behind Beauregard and sliding his octopus onto his head.
Still cool.
It's a look.
All right.
No fear.
Seals dive.
One by one, you all make your way into the ocean. Splish, 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 splish. The water is cold, but you just and begin to find your way down. Are we swimming stealthily, or are we brazenly heading towards this temple?
Always stealth.
All right, so we're stealth missioning it. I need everybody to go ahead and make a stealth check, please.
Natural 20.
Light up, light up, light
Putting
up.
some juice on this? No, straight roll.
I'll give you a blessing of the trickster.
Oh, thanks. That's plus 10.
13.
It's advantage.
Advantage.
12.
Oh,
Oh, they're both good. Even better. 20.
all right,
23.
all right.
Natural 20.
6.
14.
Hi.
Okay.
Super
Middling.
The
All
damn
right.
6.
So as you're moving at a slower speed, swimming below, trying to be as stealthy as you can, making your way further down and further down, the filtering light grows dimmer.
Oh,
and
I
dimmer.
left the weasel on the ship again. I didn't
Okay,
bring him with
good.
me.
There's a certain point where I assume you're not trying to kill your weasel. Yeah, I fuck with you for a few weeks when you're new to pet ownership, but then after a few close calls, I
made this
figure you're
jerky
okay.
for everyone.
The deeper it goes, the harder it is to see, the colder it is, a familiar sensation.
Is it as dark as it was before? Equally?
Clear water.
I mean, it's clear water, so the light does carry further, and you guys aren't going as deep. So you do manage to make out, as you get further and further down, the general shape of the tower with insight. It is comparatively murky because of the lack of light, but you can see the shape. And you can also, based on the warning that Caleb had given, see some of the figures. You see about 5 of them, all kind of tangled or wrapped in threads of this seaweed. Regular seaweed, not the strange crimson type that you came across in the diver's grave.
I'm just going to do a little ping of Eyes of the Grave just to make sure there's no more of them in this other than
What's
what
the
we
range
can
on
see.
that?
60 feet.
60 feet. All right. You have to get pretty close to try.
Once we're I know that we're like heading. Once I feel like well, maybe I should hit it again.
Okay.
Bing.
Okay. As you swim down to get within range to use your Eyes of the Grave, thankfully the nearest creature doesn't seem to notice your approach. But it is not undead. Make a perception check.
Come on. Better. 20.
20. Actually, roll a disadvantage because you don't have dark vision, unfortunately. And you're low enough now where the light is limited.
16.
16's still okay. Now that you have a better look at it now, at a closer perspective, the humanoid creature, no clothing. It is thin. The limbs are a little stretched, but there are tiny fins at the edge of the arms and along the sides of the head. There are gills. It has a strange kind of like glance of it kind of looking around like a sentry almost, but it's not undead. It appears to be more of a fish person.
Does it look like it has 4 appendages? Or?
It does 4 appendages. It has arms and legs.
Yeah, I would have pinged. I would have gotten an undead ping from any of them, and I didn't get an undead ping.
Nope.
Undead.
But what's interesting is one of its lower appendages, its like right leg, as you're watching, kind of like curls up and then unfurls. One of its legs seems to move similarly to one of the appendages of Frumpkin. But just one. The others appear to be human.
What is that about?
One person or one limb?
It's like the
limb.
snake people on the other island.
That's some Cthulhu-ian shit.
They all have one octopus tentacle.
Well, the nearest one you saw has. You aren't close enough to the others to make out what their physical representation is.
Everybody very quietly.
Yeah.
Where do we go, Fort?
So you have 5 here that are watching. You have to decide what is it going to be. Is it a brazen attack? Is it some form of a stealth mission? What are you doing?
Quietly.
So quietly.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Should we make a distraction or anything?
Quiet. They're clustered enough at the round where they're not going to not see you. You have nothing you're hiding behind.
Can't just Halo drop into
No,
this bitch?
like this is like a stealth mission. This would be like invisibility. It would be you have to do something where they cannot see you. Otherwise, they're going to see you.
So quick and fast.
Yeah, we could pair up.
You, buddy system.
I say we all attack each one until each one is dead. We don't spread it out too much.
Agreed.
Just one at a time?
Focus on,
The people.
yeah, we like,
Or at least two. There's
yeah,
five.
at least two of them.
Yeah,
Are they for sure gonna attack us?
pretty sure.
They look pretty.
They look like they're on the look.
Super
yeah.
mad.
Yeah, so we'll.
And there are
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. I could invoke duplicity down there and see if they attack us, and if they do, then we can attack them.
That looks dangerous.
Yeah.
I think it's worth.
Just going for it.
Who's got a good range? Who's got some good pop on a good range? You?
Well, I can hit for sure, but
Does the water do anything to it?
no.
How spread out are they?
I mean, they're not like a perfect ring of 5 around the top, and they're all kind of hanging right towards the top of the tower from the different layers of seaweed. They're about maybe anywhere from 15 to 20 feet from each other, and their arrangement is a bit uneven.
How close?
And
do you
they're
want to be?
wrapped up in the seaweed?
Mm-hmm.
Are we sure we want to make a hit on these things that are tangled up, as opposed to this one that is free floating?
There is one that's free.
Looking at them all, it looks like they're less wrapped and tangled, and more like they have like an arm or a leg that they've curled around it and are anchoring themselves to it.
So like seahorses.
Kind of.
How close do you need to be, Caitlin?
30 feet from
not that
anything
close.
interesting for me.
I'm more of a fan of them coming to us, frankly.
A little over 100 feet away.
Let's get in range of whatever Caleb needs to do, and then let's break off into 3 and 4.
We're not on the floor of the.
We're above them.
We're above.
You're above them.
Yeah. They can pick, but they got to come to us.
Well, you tell me. As far as I'm concerned, you are calling the shots here.
All right, let's get within whatever you need, 120 feet, 100 feet. We'll try to stealth within that range.
Okay. And Caduceus has made that journey. As you continue to push up in that direction, you get to the exterior of that range, and they seem to have not noticed your presence yet.
You have to.
Spread out 30 feet between us, the two groups.
Okay.
Clerics with each group.
Okay.
So
I'll stick with you.
let's. I will not go with Yasha because Sentinel and Sentinel.
Yeah. So I'll
How
go with
about-
bow.
We
The
4
4 of us, yeah.
and the outside 3.
Okay.
Dope.
Okay.
Ready.
So I could either focus what I'm going to do on one of them, or I could just tickle all of them.
All of them at the same time?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. It would just get their attention. It would not solve anything.
Wizard's choice. How about just one and you pick?
Okay. Well, I will aim for the one closest, and I will cast. I begin to weave my hands underwater, and cast magic missile.
I will simultaneously fire a crossbow bolt.
All right.
Just for fun, I'll add into this with a sacred flame.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All towards the same target?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll also send Eldritch Blast.
At the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
See if we can knock one out.
I'm casting at 2nd level.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's okay.
those who need to roll attacks, roll attacks. Those who need to roll damage, roll damage.
Mine is a save against a dex of 16.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Mine is also a save against Dex of 15.
Natural 20.
26 and a 19.
Both hit.
12 to hit.
12 to hit. Hits.
Oh, wow. Wow.
21 points of Eldritch
21 points of damage.
11 points of 11 points of radiant damage.
4 beads of energy, 9 points of damage.
9?
Okay.
Another 20 points of damage.
Okay. You watch as it.
Oh, 13. Excuse me.
Okay,
Didn't add the
13.
+1 on all.
Okay. You watch as this entity kind of breathing under the water watches suddenly this glimmer of arcane energy. Its attention turns up towards it as it releases the seaweed, and then and just goes limp under the water as a small cloud of its own blood begins to fill the space around it. At which point the other 4 and look up and notice your presence from the lights that have been glowing in the death of one of its comrades.
Next target, maybe.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Natural 1.
Oh, not good. Well, not good for them either. All right, so 25 to 20.
Is that with advantage? Oh.
No,
Oh, yeah.
the first one was good.
25 to 20?
25 to 20?
Cricket.
2015.
18.
Hey.
17.
17?
All
Who
right.
are you?
Who is this?
All right. All right, 15 to 10.
Except I don't.
13.
11.
I have to
All
be
right.
close.
That's fine. So we can get down there and hold action. Got shit to do.
All right, your movement is halved when you're swimming, except for Ford.
See.
Your movement is halved while you're swimming, so just so you
Oh,
know.
got it. Okay.
You guys are about 100 feet away. So it's going to take a little bit to get there for the melee folk.
I'm gonna get you.
1.
2-1.
Yeah,
All right.
five total for me.
Oh, well, then you taught me.
All
Did,
right.
what?
I had
Did you
2.
also? You rolled a 2?
Yep.
All right.
With +0.
All right, Caleb, you're up first. Caleb and Jester. You watch the 4 of them now begin to quickly swim up in your direction, and they swim fast.
Oh.
They swim faster than you do, at the very least.
Well, that makes sense.
About as fast as Ford does.
Okay.
30 feet.
Yep. You can see their webbed fingers and like kind of the spines and the scales up their arms and legs. They look kind of like the creature from the Black Lagoon, with a little bit of a slight more humanoid nose and mouth. But they're just like now clambering up towards you in the water. What are you guys doing?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt?
The one coming closest.
Okay. Same one or different target?
No, I'm nibbling on some licorice root and casting a haste on Ford and backing away.
Haste
Okay.
forward. Oh my god.
All right. Rolled a natural 20 again on its saving throw.
Whoa.
2 natural 20s in a row. Oh, and it's a guiding
wait,
bolt.
this is
Never
guiding
mind.
bolt,
He doesn't
yeah,
roll
yeah,
anything. Wasted natural 20, Matt. Well done. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Well done. You've already helped.
Bless you.
14.
14?
Dex save.
Yeah, that hits. Their armor class is
no.
11.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Very low armor class, easy to hit.
The extra action can be used to attack.
Which is usually
10,
means
11,
they're in trouble when they get in there,
14
yeah.
plus-
This is not the fight.
Okay, 14 points of radiant damage.
All right, 14 points of radiant damage. It bursts and glows underneath. You watch as it's still alive, but you see the blood kind of spatter, and it has this kind of glowing energy kind of surrounding its torso, making it easy to see in the dark depths below. Awesome. It's finished your turn. You cast haste. That ends your guys' round, and you're backing away. Yasha, your turn.
I am going to move as much as I can, getting closer to them.
So movement 15 feet, dash 15 feet. That'd be your full round there. Get you 30 feet down. So you're about 60 or so. Well, no, your movement
40
speed's
feet
40, so
walking
it's
speed.
20, 20. All right, so yeah, you're about 60 feet away.
Do you want to have an action held though,
Yeah.
or
So I'm going to hold my action until
Okay.
one of them either, yeah,
All right,
if they
so
get
you only
close
move
to
20
me, I'll.
feet then. So you're,
Yeah.
so you're 80 feet away. Got it. Okay. You're holding your action to hit one of them
Yeah.
close. All right, finishes your tune. Caduceus, you're up.
I'm going to move kind of just behind Yasha, and I'm going to. Are any of them within range at this point?
What range?
30 or 60.
No. They're about
None of them?
100 feet away. They haven't taken their turn yet.
Then I'm going to hold a spell until they're within range.
What spell are you holding?
I'm going to hold Bane.
Okay. Finishes your go, not your up.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I'm gonna swim. Well, no, I have ranged attacks, so I'm gonna just pick the one that Jester missed.
What's your
No, I
what's your,
hit it.
What's your interior range, your weapon?
Oh, 30. No, I've been rolling at disadvantage. It's 30 or 120 from the Tinkertop Bolt Blaster.
Correct. However,
I rolled at disadvantage last time.
yeah.
Underwater?
No, because a crossbow you don't roll a
No,
disadvantage.
it's range disadvantage.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah.
Automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. So you don't roll disadvantage for the first half, the first 30 feet. But anything beyond 30 feet, it's an automatic miss because at that point it loses momentum and can't keep track.
Oh, underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Which you just learned.
Oh, well then I didn't hit the first one.
You didn't need to. You guys fucking destroyed it. Before it came to you, it was already dead.
So it has to be within 30 feet underwater to hit.
You learn.
And I still do disadvantage.
No, you do not roll disadvantage. For
Okay, got it. So I fire and nothing happens.
You go. It just floats.
Oh shit! All right, so I'll start going towards it.
Okay, so you swim 15 feet, and you can bonus action dash if you want.
Yes, I will bonus action dash to make it to 30 feet.
All right, 30 feet in there because it's there. All right, now it's their turn. They all double move. That's 60 feet as they swim upward, getting as close as they can. That definitely gets them in range for your spell.
I'm gonna hit 3 of them with Bane.
And you were 80 feet, so no one gets into range. So Bane, you're hitting 3 of them with Bane.
3 of them with Bane.
Right,
Charisma saving throw.
Okay, there's 3 of them have not been hit. There's 1 that has.
I'm hitting the ones that have not been hit.
Got it. All right. Saving throw is wisdom.
Charisma.
Sorry, charisma. Ooh, -1 for them. Fail, fail, and fail.
Wait, they were 80 feet away?
They were 80 feet away from you, and they just moved 60 feet. So there's 20 feet between the two of you now.
Oh, so from where I had gotten to with the 20
Correct.
feet. Got it.
All right. So all 3 of them failed. All 3 of them are Bane.
So attacks and saving throws 1d4.
You got it.
Thank you.
All right, Bo, you're up.
Oh shit! Anyone in range?
They're about 40 feet from you.
Oh, so yeah, I'll swim. Which one's close? All of them? All 4
I've
of them?
hit one of them with guiding bolt, and you have advantage against it.
I'll take that one.
Okay, so
I'll
you move towards
swim.
the one that's glowing. You swim down. That's 20 feet, so you're still 20 feet away.
Is it just hers at advantage or all attacks again?
I will
Just the first one.
Just next one.
spend a key point to do swim of the wind.
All right, that's the additional 20 feet. That'll get you right into range to the one that Jester had hit. It's like, as you get really up close to it now with the glowing light around it, you get a good look at its face, and it's just covered in layers of scales and kind of spine points that come out at various points of its facial features. Its eyes are yellow and kind of like a sick little like side lens that closes.
X-Files.
Yep. Punch. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You have advantage because it was because of the guiding bolt.
Thank you, Jester. Oh, that's much better. 18.
18 hits.
Thunk.
see his
My
love is
fist.
Oh, but you do have disadvantage underwater with melee attacks, however. So it just cancels out. So what was your first roll?
It was a 3.
Plus
7, so 10.
10 misses.
Oh my
The first strike just, it's too slow.
Second attack. Almost a natural 20, but it wasn't. It's a 13.
13 hits.
Oh, that's fun.
Would it still be at disadvantage though on the second attack?
It would be.
Fuck balls. Shit. Cock. Still hits.
Yep. you're good.
Still hits.
That's my favorite combo.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Stupid.
It's hurt, but it's still going. That's the end of your turn, Bo.
Yep.
Ford, you're up.
I will.
Your speed is 60 underwater, so you can go to any of them.
No, I will just join Bo, just in case someone decides to fuck around.
All right, so you just Aquaman it through the water, just towards it.
And I'll fire the first 2 Eldritch Blasts at one of them that's swimming, not the one that's in melee of her.
Okay. So the first one's going to be at one of the ones that's untouched.
That sucks. That's 1 and a 2, so I think both of those fucking miss. That's incredible.
Yep, both.
Like garbage.
I'll fire the next 2 at the same.
Next 2?
Kill the one at
Because I'm
both.
hasted, so I have the second attack.
The second attack action can only be used for a single weapon attack, or disengage, dash.
Shit.
Yeah. So you'd have to use your sword.
Use your sword.
Yeah, I guess I'll just
Attack the one at bow.
falchion and take a swing at it.
All right. Falchion comes into your hand. You dash towards which one? The one that with bow or?
The 2.
Oh my god.
Do nothing.
3 duds.
Nothing.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Underwater man, not feeling very underwater-like right now, unfortunately.
Shitty roll.
That's okay. Finishes your go. Top of the round, Caleb and Jester.
Oh.
No, that was easy.
Yeah?
Okay, I'm going to toll the dead at the one at bow.
All right. Makes it saving throw.
Negative D4.
That's right. It's a natural 16. It was
Oh, wait,
wisdom.
no, not that one. I'm so sorry, not that one. That
No,
one
you're
doesn't
right.
have the D4. Sorry.
And what was the save?
Wisdom
Wisdom? Yeah, it's 16.
Motherfucker.
Sorry.
All right, that finishes your turn then? Or are you going to move closer? Stay put?
I'm gonna stay put.
All right, you stay put. Caleb.
I'm going to try to do a bit of a science experiment and cast Firebolt at the one next to Beauregard and see if it even works down here. Let me
Okay,
have a
at
try.
your range, go ahead and roll for attack.
Okay. Zubba, 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 zubba. No, I rolled a 2.
What the fuck? It travels half the distance, then sputters out, consumed by the ocean.
Oh, so it wouldn't have worked?
You don't know?
Who knows?
And I move back.
All right, you move back even further. Yasha, you're up.
Okay. Better fucking.
And I get.
You can move your 20
I'm
feet
gonna
and
move
get
my
into
20
range
feet
for
and
any
get
of
into
them.
range.
All right, so take your pick.
Okay.
There's 4 untouched, and there's 3 untouched, and there's 1 that Bo has done some damage to.
Yeah, I'll get to
Oh,
it.
and
They're on the
Jester.
other side. I'll get to whichever's closest. They're on the other side, right, of the group?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll get one whoever's closest.
All right, so one of those that's untouched yet. So it's disadvantage on your attacks with melee underwater.
Unless you're
Unless I reckless.
Unless you're reckless, in which case they're straight rolls.
Okay.
Are you reckless?
Let's do that. I'm reckless.
Go for it.
Let's
First
do it.
attack, single roll.
Yeah, that'll hit. 23.
23 hits. Go and roll damage.
Okay.
This is your full
Are you
3d6.
raging?
I'm raging.
Okay, there you go. I'll let you do
Sorry.
it. It's okay. You gotta remember that.
All right. 14. 20.
20 points damage at the first strike. It carves through, immediately filling the water around it with its dark blood as it kind of scrambles around. Looks pretty hurt.
Okay. Second attack. I'll hit it
Go
again.
for it.
Come on.
Hey. Reckless.
Yeah.
But it's
But it's
reckless is a
single
single
attack.
attack.
Got
Single
it.
roll.
That was a natural 1.
Oh no! Second one goes wide. You're not used to fighting underwater. You've only done it a few times, and still, it's just like, oh, it's a big blade through a lot of resistance. All right, that finishes your go. Caduceus, you're up.
I'm going to keep my distance. I'm going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to use Sacred Flame on the one that is in combat with Yasha.
All right.
Dex save.
Natural 7's failure.
All right, so that's
7 minus 1.
That's so I want to do this. Yeah. 5 points of radiant damage.
The burst of light from underneath it hits it. It starts going like starts here gurgling in pain.
Was that a?
That was a 7. That wasn't a 1.
Oh,
That was a 7 and a 4.
thank you. 11 points of radiant damage.
11
All right,
points.
Thank you. My brain is burnt.
All right. It is holding on by a thread. It is like torn asunder, and you can bless you. It's obscured by a cloud of its own murky blood right now.
Mm-hmm.
That finishes your turn, Caduceus. Not you're up.
Fire at the one next to Bo. 14 to hit.
14 hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Oh Jesus.
That's the first time I've heard Sam say okay.
Okay. 27.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It is just done.
Bonus action. Shoot the one next to Yasha.
Okay. Go for it.
That doesn't hit. Only 11.
11
No,
hits
wait.
exactly.
Oh, yay. Actually, it's 13. I
Even better. There you go. Definitely hits.
Not sneak attack. I only
Correct.
get that
You only
once.
get that once per round.
3
Once
plus
per
5.
turn.
8.
8 damage. One. The other one. Yeah. So 2 of them, like 2 immediate fires. You watch 2 of them just go limp and begin to just float in their own ichor. Well done.
And I'll swim closer to Caleb.
Okay. Finishes Knott's go. It's their turn. Now they're in range. 2 of them move. One of them towards you, Yasha, or yours, Yasha, once against Bo.
That's fine.
Trying to look, it's been a lot.
Fine.
You can call me Yasha. I'll take it.
Okay, so it's gonna make 2 attacks against you with its unarmed strike. It's just clawing at you with its hands.
Yeah.
That is a 12 and a 19.
The second one hits.
Is that with a negative D4?
Oh no, let me do that.
Ooh!
18. Misses.
Fucking Bane, man.
19?
And the third strike, is just gonna use its Piscean anatomy.
So dope.
Yeah.
Piscean.
Anatomy?
Has a prehensile penis.
It's
Sorry.
Ruin everything.
One of the other ones, maybe, but that one, no. This one is strikes twice at you with its claws, and then you watch its throat kind of, and it spits this tiny needle towards you.
Careful, they spit.
Careful, they spit needles.
That's going to be 21.
With a negative?
Yeah.
With another negative.
4.
3, 18.
Miss?
Fuck.
Oh.
Fucking Bane.
I love Bane so much.
Bane is the bane of my existence.
Been all my life. Oh, it's so hateful.
The other one is going to attack you twice, Yasha, but you were reckless, so it has advantage on its attacks against you.
Also make a D4.
So it'd be 19 and 16. 19 minus 2, so it's a 17.
Hits.
And 16 minus 3 is a 13.
Doesn't hit.
All right.
So one hits.
One hits you.
I'll take it.
For 6 points of piercing damage. Is it claws, or is this be a bite?
Raging,
It grabs and
so-
bites towards you.
Reduced to half?
Oh, no, it's a strike. So bludgeoning. So it's halved to 3. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fine.
And this one is going to attempt to try and grab you with the tentacle.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Whatever. Does he get a bonus for that natural 20?
What's up?
Does he get a bonus, some sort of bonus to that natural 20? Does that make something better about that?
You don't know.
Because I'm gonna cancel it if it does anything.
It's a critical hit. It's you. Are you canceling it or not?
I'm canceling critical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still hits, but it's not a critical.
That's fine.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4.
Fine.
And you are grappled.
Okay.
So as its tentacle reaches around you, another one that looks like it has like a protrusion from its chest, like almost a third arm. It's a tentacle that wraps around and kind of grabs at your torso and is crushing you. And you can feel like faint bits of it that are kind of scraping at the skin. That finishes their turn. Bo, you're up.
The one in front of me is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Which I head to the next one. How far
Okay.
away?
There's the one that was attacking you. It's right in your face, and there's the one that's grappled Yasha with a tentacle.
A different one swam up to you.
Yasha's fine. I'll hit the one in front of me.
Go for it. 2 attacks to disadvantage.
First attack with disadvantage. Hits. That's a natural 14.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my staff on this one.
Okay.
I hope he is fine with non-magical attacks. 8 damage.
8 damage. Alrighty.
Does it look like he takes a full damage?
Looks like he looks like a person or a creature that had been hit with the staff pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Sticks hurts. Next one, probably 11.
11 just hits.
Oh, that's a lot. 12.
12 points of damage. Its jaw kind of snaps out of place. And look, it's like it's trying to bite towards you, but its jaw is just limply unable to close.
It's still going.
Still going.
Flurry of blows.
Key point, 2 more hits.
Key point, 2 more hits. First one hits. Barely, but hits with a 13.
All right, go ahead and roll your
11 damage.
11 damage. Oh, you crack again. The jaw actually kind of tears off, and blood's filling, and its eyes are going wild. It's barely holding on.
6 plus 4. 6 plus 4. 10.
Okay, so 10 damage. Gotcha.
10 damage, sorry.
All right, it's all right. And your final
Looking
attack?
at my wrong thing. Hits.
Mm-hmm.
And one more time. Please die. 6.
Okay, with the last hit, as its jaws kind of snapped apart, you grab its head and you just ram it into your knee. And as you pull the leg back, the face is just collapsed inward and it goes limp.
And I just kind of do that thing where I try to water current its bloody guts away from me.
Okay.
So I'm not inhaling it.
Like, oh, God. Okay, that finishes your go. Forward.
How many are up still?
1 left, and it's currently has Yasha grappled in the tentacle and trying to crush her.
So here's a question. That very first one that we lit up like the Godfather.
Yep.
With my bonus action, can I reach out since I was part of the killing of... Are these creatures humanoids?
They are.
Can I reach forward and go, rise, and I'll accursed specter the creature?
You may. So as the body is kind of like floating in the water away, this cold sensation takes the nearby 20-foot radius around it. As what little bit of light that's filtering through here gets darker, and you watch as a darkened spectral form emerges from its body. This kind of ghostly wraith emerges from the corpse under Ford's command.
So So I'll say that and go and throw 2 more Eldritch Blasts at the one that's remaining.
Go for it.
That's a 24.
That hits.
The other one is a 14.
That hits. Damage on both.
This is the Age of Aquarius. That's 10 points.
Already.
And 8. So 18.
18 points of damage. Both bolts into it. It's damaged, but it's still holding in, and it's
Great, I'll
turned
take
towards.
my speed and rush at it.
Dash in with the blade out of the side.
Take a
Make your strike.
Yes.
Oh, dope. 16.
16, and you do not have disadvantage because your armor.
Nice.
So that hits. Go ahead and roll damage with your blade.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
1 plus 1.
Nice.
Well,
It's 1d8 plus 1.
don't you get to add your charisma modifier to the damage bonus?
I don't see that on here.
Pretty sure as a hexblade warlock, you get to add your charisma bonus to attack and damage rolls, right?
Oh.
Am I wrong about
Well,
that?
I ain't been doing it.
You have in the past, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm
I thought it
reading
would
this
be
wrong.
added into the weapon naturally.
It should be.
Yeah,
We'll
it
get to
says
the bottom of
it just says 1d8 plus 1.
Call text.
Yeah, it's basically on your strength. Maybe it updated recently and that got reset.
Okay.
I'll have to double check because
My charisma bonus is 4.
correct.
That would be
5. Or no, 2.
Well, it should be additional +4 damage is what it should be.
yeah, so it'd be 6 on the 2.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Coming up,
Yeah, I'll fix that.
on the ones.
Okay, as you slash through one score, like after the 2 impacts and the sword slicing through it, it's still standing, but it's hurt. It's still holding on to Yasha, and right now it's distracted, trying to figure out which way to go. That finishes your go forward. Mm-hmm. Caleb and Jester, you're up next.
What's left?
One.
There's one
One
holding on to
badly
Yasha.
damaged.
Oh, magic missile.
Toll the dead at the same time.
Yeah.
That is a 13 on its whole.
Doesn't say.
And 12 damage.
Yeah.
22 points
Jesus.
of bone damage through the water.
The tentacle is like grappling and crushing your body, and you're like trying to find a way to force your way through. Suddenly, the tentacle just pulls away. You look over towards it. The tentacle isn't attached to anything. It is turned to chum in the water. It's, as bits of its scattered body kind of begin to slowly kind of dissipate and disseminate throughout the nearby
The toll
sea.
dead vibrations kind of going through the water, so all of us can sort of feel it.
Magic missiles kind of impacting and scattering its form. So currently, there doesn't appear to be any of these creatures around you, which is the darkness of the tower below and whatever the inside of it holds.
Good team.
That was good. Anyone need healing?
I'm good.
I'm fine.
We have a friend.
What?
And I'll bring the specter forward.
It's hard to see this low in the water when there's so little light when it's not moving. But once it shifts, it's like watching a shadow out of the corner of your eye with these 2 faintly dull glowing yellow eyes. It's vaguely humanoid in its shape, but it's almost smoky and amorphous when it shifts and moves and finds its place nearby. Its head kind of lolls around a bit, kind of mimicking the shape and the movement of the creature before it was engaged in combat.
I feel bad having Frumpkin be the one that's always putting himself in harm's way. Thought I'd give him a friend. And I'll send the specter towards the mouth of the tower.
Okay, you send it in there by itself? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, why?
You guys watch as the specter vanishes into the shadow of the tower below.
Anything happen?
Can you see through its eyes like Frumpkin?
Nope.
Just send him away?
I just wanted to send him to the entrance.
Just the entrance?
Yeah, just to the front.
Okay, so it moves, comes to the
Just make
top.
sure the tower's not like.
No, it does not open its maw and devour your
Don't make
specter.
that face. I wouldn't pet that past you for 1 second.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, it drifts and once it hits the mouth of it, it's near impossible to see because it's just black on black.
Mm-hmm.
Until you see its head turn, you can see the very faint light of its eyes. It sits there awaiting its next command.
Yeah.
making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty uncomfortable about all of it. Yeah.
It's not a permanent thing.
This is definitely getting very after school special for me. And the kid just brought out the bag of weed in the after school special. I'm like,
Just give it a try.
The police officer came to our school and talked about this. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's do this.
There's no other like entrance on the tower, just the one that we see?
As far as you can tell, there is just the one entrance.
Yeah.
You can, if you want to try and swim along the edges of it, you can look for other entrances.
Hold on a minute. Go look around the tower.
Perception check for Frumpkin, please.
Yeah.
Grab that.
Spiral around, look for any other entrances. Oh, jeez, I jumped in the box, cocked. Natural one.
Okay, Frumpkin having a hard time seeing through the clustered seaweed around its base.
It's easily distracted.
I mean, a natural one. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Thick, man.
Frumpkin makes out no shapes or anything within that period. Frumpkin's not used to being an octopus. Okay, still hasn't
What
quite
I've
figured
been
it out.
saying all this time.
I'm a bit faster. I'll go.
I summoned my octopus back to my head.
Okay.
Hang back for a second, and I'll use 45 feet of my speed to move
And just
forward.
go,
And you're
what
not in
about the
combat
buddy
right now,
system?
so we can just.
I'm still fucking hasted.
You've got a ghost.
That's true. Though you're getting really close
it's
to it.
60 seconds,
Yeah, it lasts
so-
for a minute. So
Oh,
you're.
does it?
We did some talking.
So you guys have been chatting back and forth and doing this, and especially with Frumpkin looking around like that. Yeah,
that.
haste is worn off.
And now I have one level of exhaustion, right?
Well, that's,
No, you just
that's
get
a
stunned for a
round
round.
of combat.
But you're not in combat anymore.
Sorry.
You just went, and then it's gone.
Yeah, a little heart palpitation moment. Okay. So as you begin to, are you going to do like a spiral around it? Or are you going to go down one side? What are you doing? Are you just
Are
stopping?
we above it?
You guys are above it. You're right at this point. You're about
Is that an-
60 or so feet above the top of this curved tower.
And it's at an angle, right?
It's at a slight angle. Yeah.
Yes, how
Yeah.
are you going to handle the shaft?
Yeah, I would like to spiral down, just slowly making my way around the top so I can
Okay. Are you doing it stealthily, or are you trying to go for speed?
see stealthily.
All right. It'll take you a little bit, but go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Start at the base.
Oh, I get bless you.
I got my bed.
What is that?
You get advantage.
I do get advantage?
Yeah. Blessing of the trickster.
That's good. Ooh, 9.
Okay. All right. And then make a perception check for me, please, as you're keeping an eye out.
I'm also keeping an eye out to see if I see anything come out of the front entrance.
Okay. Make a perception check.
16.
16. All right. As you curl down, there are slits. There are narrow, kind of peering points at different areas. You do see, like, the occasional, what would be like a window or an opening where somebody could probably squeeze through. And at the very base of it, there does appear to be what looks to be an open doorway.
And the top of the tower is open and it continues
Correct.
through the middle.
17 perception.
Okay. So you're keeping an eye out towards the top. And so as you kind of head down, you see that entranceway. Kind of look over, look around, and see the other faint bits of windows. Look back down at the door, and you see something kind of standing you see the very edge of something in the door. You see kind of a yellowish green shape. It looks almost, best I can describe it at this distance is a hint of crustacean that then vanishes into the doorway.
I'll swim over to the edge of the tower to try and lean up against the side of it. Make myself less obvious out in the open water.
Okay. You wait for 30 seconds, minute,
Nothing appear.
nothing. But you get the sense that something noticed you.
Well, don't want to go in that way. I'll wave everybody down.
Swim down.
Okay, you all join forward.
And I will relay that there is a doorway down near the bottom, but something kind of poked its pretty head out.
What did it look like?
Kind of greenish yellow. Couldn't quite see, but it kind of looked like a overgrown shrimp, crab type thing. Kind of crustacean-y.
That's weird.
Yeah. Might just be the local wildlife, right? What are the chances? We could just send our guest here down.
See if it attacks it. Sure.
Or we could go through the tunnel.
Maybe we could send your friend
The
the
top.
door at the bottom while we go in the top.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that. I will command the specter to move towards the doorway and engage anything it finds.
Okay. The specter drifts down to the center of the doorway. And hangs there.
Just at the doorway?
What does that mean? What did that delayed reaction mean?
I'll push him inside.
Didn't see it.
Okay, the specter vanishes inside.
Commotion?
Make a perception check.
Balls ass. 3.
3. Yeah, you don't hear anything. Caduceus, just instinctually, you hear what sounds like the thrashing of water, the impact of scraping against stone, more thrashing, then silence.
I think that was the end of your ghost friend.
I don't know. They're pretty resilient. Okay.
Maybe he won.
No, that was the end.
Well, let's assume then, shall we assume flanking positions?
Are we going in the top tunnel or the bottom?
You know, if it's crustacean-y and it's treating this tower as like a shell, maybe I don't want to fight it in there.
What do you propose?
I mean, it feels like this stuff is always at the bottom
Yeah.
or at the end.
How about we drop to the floor about 60 feet from the doorway and send in the care package?
Of just like attacks?
Yeah, anything ranged.
Okay.
See if we get lucky.
All right.
Okay.
I'll descend to the floor, keeping about 60 feet from the outside of the doorway.
Okay.
Follow behind him and land.
Okay, you're both now resting.
Can
Distance from
I, because I've got shit when it comes to range, like, kind of cheat the distance and see if I can, like, peek in from the top of the tower down?
Make perception check.
Like, while they do this?
Sure.
Okay, 18.
I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going on.
18, with a lack of light, you have your goggles, which helps. You can barely make out shapes. And there's a few of them. It's like looking into a boiling pot almost, where there's just like shapes shifting in different places, clustered.
Yeah.
What little bit you can see at your peripheral, it's almost like whatever texture the bottom of this temple has, the texture is moving.
How many feet down is it? From the top?
From the top, it's about 60 feet.
While you guys think, I kind of went and peeked through one of those windows and looked down.
Can I try giving a look-see too? Because I have dark vision.
I
Sure.
do too.
Oh, you already
sorry.
have it?
But I mean, go ahead. You might roll higher than I did.
What would the roll be? Perception?
Perception.
16.
So you make out the same thing.
I poof a little globule of light in my hand and motion to Beauregard from far away and go,
I mean, they already know we're here.
I look at Yasha. What do you think? Light or no?
I make 3 more.
They do know we're here.
Okay.
Why not?
I'll go over to Caleb, and Yasha and I look in as he sends him in.
Do you send them in?
How tall is the tower?
The
Roughly?
tower's, it's about 60 or a little more than 60 feet tall to the peak.
Okay. So I will stay 50 or 60 feet away from the tower, and I will send 1 in the top, 1 in the bottom, and 2 through windows.
Okay. as you guys are paying attention and glance inside, you can see there are different shelves of broken floors that have either fallen through or stairs that have collapsed to where you can see where at one point this temple may have been ascended by somebody. But a hollow on the inside, towards the base of it, you can see 3 of these large creatures covered in chitinous-like armor, with their lower half has 4 legs that are insect-like almost, or say crab-like, if you will. And the upper torso has 2 large pincers that are jagged on the inside. Their face, you don't see eyes. It's just like this smooth surface with a series of these kind of weird worm-like tentacles that emerge from underneath the mouth. They kind of curl. And as soon as the light hits, they all kind of begin to look around towards it and just kind of glancing up, and they've all kind of backed into it. And you can see that shape you were seeing before was all 3 of them clustered together and just kind of rotating and moving in the space.
But they're backing away from the light? Does it look like
They're not backing away from it. They're just kind of, they're back to back, kind of looking and preparing for whatever is the source of this.
You got a fluffernutter ready to go?
I do not.
Well, I don't even know why you're down
I can
here.
do some I can make him laugh.
Are you? Who's within range of? Who's within 30 feet?
I am.
You are not.
If you've got
You're
stuff
not-
that we can send, we should all send it at once.
We're all far. We would have to set up.
30 feet from you or from the
Yeah,
tower?
who's within 30 feet of me?
I might be. You're a ways back from the tower?
I don't think you would benefit.
You're on
from
the floor, right?
this. Yeah.
Yeah, you want it heavy in combat, so you would want like.
How far away are
I have explosive
That would do,
arrows,
actually.
but I don't think they'll work underwater.
How far up are Yasha and I from the floor?
You're
within 30
about 50 or so feet. I'd say.
Oh.
Do you want to get closer?
Like half, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll drop down. Yeah.
I don't like those 3 men.
We'll drop down and join Jester and Co.
Before we mount this attack, I'm going to swim up to Caleb and just say, I'm glad you forgot about us before. It means you're thinking about them. But I won't stop thinking about you, and I'll give him one of the healing potions. Take this. Okay.
And if we're gonna do this, are we about to do this? Like now? I'm gonna bless. Taking a cue from Caduceus.
yeah.
I'm gonna cast Bless on Yasha, Bo, and Ford.
Hey. Thanks, friend.
What's that do again?
That gives you a D4 add to your attack rolls and saving throws.
Got it.
So mark down your bless.
As it be right as it begins.
All right. Is everyone gathering in the floor?
I mean,
Yeah.
All right. So you've all descended down to the floor of the ocean about roughly 50, 60 feet from this open doorway that leads inside the temple. As you have your spells prepared, ready to delve inside, you take a breath of the deep ocean water in your lungs and exhale its thick, cold liquid and steel yourself for us to pick up in the new year.
Fuck. Did that accursed inspector do any damage?
Oh, no, it did some.
Okay. Good job, Carl.
Those big creatures that are in the
Named
dark
him
crystal.
Carl?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a bit long
You know what
talk
I'm talking
about
That's what you saw.
Oh fuck, that's way
Hey, look at that.
Whoa, what is
And
that?
that's what you'll get to see next week.
What?
Well, not next
Not
week,
next
but-
week.
Or, no, sorry.
Next
in 3
year.
weeks.
Let's
Next
play
year.
next week.
But seahorses
What date are we
instead.
starting back up again?
What's
Next
the
Thursday.
10th, I think?
The 10th. All right.
I believe it's the 10th.
Das 10.
Oh man.
Alrighty, we'll pick up for that.
Oh shit, I'm excited.
Bless.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love Bless.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna
That
do
was
something.
that's
Bless
cool.
and Bane, man.
Bless
they're
and
great.
Bane, 2 underappreciated spells.
Yeah.
It's too much of that expression, Sam, tonight. It's just been glaring at me the entire time.
Look at that forked tongue.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the regal in the room.
Ooh, it does look like a forked tongue. What the fuck is
Oh
going
my
on?
god.
Half devil.
How do you have a dimple? You have like that's like a movie star
It's a perfect
chin
butt cheek in
dimple,
your
except
tongue.
it's like right
Kinda.
there.
Dimple.
Yeah.
You got ass tongue.
Tongue is saving a woman tied to a railroad track.
The baby's butt coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's a front bottom.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt.
Ashley, I missed having you here.
I
missed you so much.
Oh
What a
gosh.
great 2018, guys.
Not a bad year. A stressful and crazy year at times, but a very good year.
Sleep for
Yes.
Yeah.
100 years.
Yeah, seriously.
Weeks.
We'll be back in a few weeks.
And stay tuned for tomorrow night for Leon.
Yeah, for Leon's one shot.
For the madness. The madness. Oh my god.
Still littered with candy canes.
I love you guys.
Love you guys.
We're here together.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you guys. Man, we're gonna miss you, but we'll be back soon. We'll keep tabs. We'll see you on the internet. In the meantime,
Merry Christmas!
that's my wife, ladies and gentlemen.
That was my wife.
I know. We'll see you guys in the new year. Enjoy. No, we love you very much. And is it Thursday in 3 weeks yet? Good night. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.